we actually scheduled the meeting for this time. We intended to have a meeting whereby we will be able to address the issues that our shareholders encounter when they are using the system. We are very aware of many of the problems that are coming through our WhatsApps, through the emails, and also through the help desk. And we are trying as much as we can to respond to all the queries that come through. But we realized that we needed a session where we can have everybody. Then I have my team on a standby, and then they can be able to resolve your issues on spot. So we were requested to allocate this time for the presentation, meaning that tomorrow, for those who will be around, we can have that session, maybe at 7. We can have that session, and then we can try to respond to as many issues as possible. I'm not sure if the people who are saying there's no sound in the deputy, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. I think there's
okay. Yeah, it's just that I saw somebody who's saying that there is no sound. Okay. One other thing that I think is important, there was an issue that was raised in one of the groups whereby people were saying it is sometimes difficult to know the communication that is, the announcement that is coming from the company or that is coming from the management, because people in the groups create their own announcements and all that. So sometimes it's very difficult to know if the message that you see circulating in the groups is from the CEO. So what we did was we have introduced a section or the menu, the news menu here, whereby people can be able to read the announcements. If from now on, or maybe starting from today, whatever the announcement that will be posted in the WhatsApp groups, it will also be available here. So you can be able to authenticate and be sure that whatever information that you are reading from the groups, then it is indeed from the management. So I think it's one of the important updates that we will be able to post all the news in this section, so that people can actually, even if sometimes you missed some announcements, when you come to this news section here, you can be able to see all the communication that has been posted or shared in different groups. Now, apart from this news section here, we have removed the track certificate and put it together with the FAQ. They are now under the About Us menu. So some people may wonder where the feature is still there under the About Us menu. Now, one other thing that I think we should also talk about it is some changes that are there in our dashboards. There are several changes that has been implemented in our dashboards. So this is the Class B dashboard, and at first we had only these 4 tabs in here, whereby it was only showing the Class B shares, the value of ZAR, and then the share value together with the maximum to sell. But now we have improved the dashboard to include the number of Class C shares, because we are aware that we do have people who bought Class B and Class C, and then also we now have the giveaway shares, and then we have the total being the giveaway plus the acquired shares. And then we also thought it is important to have an idea of how the number of shareholding is increasing, so we included the number of shareholders here. And again, for the Class B shareholders, those who have the Class C shares, they will have these two downloads. They will have these two certificates. They can be able to download the Class B certificate and then the Class C certificate. But if your Class C shares here is 0, then this link or this Class C certificate here will disappear. So that is one of the important announcements that I thought it is important that we touch on it. There are people who are throwing on the screen here. I don't want to announce you, but I can see when you are writing here. So if you do it, I will have to call you by name to stop that. So please, let's avoid that disturbance. Now, this is the Class B dashboard. Now, I think we should also go to Class C dashboard. Okay, I've actually seen this person is doing it intentionally. And it's Mpo, I don't know Mpo, but I will block. Okay, let me just log into the Class C dashboard. Then so that we can also talk about it. I'm not sure if my password here. Okay. Okay. We have the Class C dashboard here, which I also thought it is important that we explain it, because I saw people sharing the screenshots in the various groups. So the changes that has been implemented here is that we used to have this part, the top part only, but now we have this other one whereby you can be able to see the free shares. You can be able to see the total of the free shares plus the shares acquired. And on this part here, on the maximum to sell, this is the maximum that can be sold in a year from the free shares. So if you add this to that, then it will give you the shares. We have a problem of people who are trying to just disturb us. But we'll take care of that. Okay, so I think this is what I have to do, Peter. There is another dashboard, but I think it is important that you take us through the presentation. The one for the Class D. I don't know if maybe you can say I should go into that, or maybe I should wait for the presentation.
Oh, I think it's great if you can go through it, so that once we go through the presentation, people will know exactly how it looks like.
Okay, that I'm not sure what's the problem with my internet. Okay, for the Class D, for the Class D, let me just log into it. Let me just log into it. The Class D dashboard is still similar to other dashboards. We do have the value of the updates. It's just that the shares that every person who register for Class D, they are allocated around 500 shares. And then on the maximum to sell here, as it was communicated by the CEO, they will be able to sell maybe when they have updated, or after the launch. So another thing, apart from the issue of the dashboard here, let me just maybe show people how the class D people can register. On the register menu here, we now have, under the section of the class D, we now have we combined them. We actually didn't want to make many forms whereby okay. Let me just do this. So the only difference here is that on the pop-up, on the POP details here, on the proof of payment details, we now have the class type. So if you are, the class D shareholder, you simply need to select the class D here, and then you may not complete this section here of, the the payment details. But if you are a class C, shareholder, then you will need to provide this these details here. So you can also make sure that you choose the date here, and then if you provided all the details, then you'll be able to log in into your class D dashboard. That day, Peter, let me hand over to you that day to take us through today's presentation.
Okay, that's great. Maybe I need to share something. Okay.
There is some troublesome people here.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes, we are ready, Ndate Peter. Please take us through the presentation. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, co-owners. Today we have a very wonderful day. We're going to go through very important developments that I would like to share with you, and very clearly to make it clear that we have progressed from the different presentations that we have up to where we are today. And it's very important that all our co-owners have to have one thing in their mind, is to learn and learn and learn at every time we present something, so that we don't have a lot of confusion. We would like you to be more educated, and the more educated you are, and then you will be able to understand. So today's subject, as you see, Weownomy profit from the multi-billion-dollar social media market. If people could really take their time, just take your time and Google. A lot of information is available on the internet to just educate you about the space where we're in as a social media market and what it is. So here is the competition that we are providing to Facebook, Twitter, Google, and other giant media social platforms there. And Weownomy is totally a different alternative and the first social media global social income platform that we intend to reward users for using it. So today's we're going to touch to something very very new concept, and that is we would like to drive a huge user ownership. And we have been talking about the upcoming launch in November, which is the Weownomy chart. And we are targeting, as you well know, 3 million users. And we have really come up with a totally different arrangement. So as you know, we are launching Class D free shares distribution program. This program is globally. You don't have to pay anything. There's no registration forms or anything that you require to pay, but it's only that all your loved ones can now just simply, get on our website, register, just like the way that the Litabeli Walid IT team has been able to demonstrate to you, and you'll actually get, shares that are equivalent to, 500 shares, and we're giving you with an auction value, not necessarily 10 cents. So our current auction value is $5, and because of the launch, it's going to boost the current shareholders who have already participated with their subscriptions and they have already got their shares. And so you'll be able to also learn about that new arrangement. So Weownomy is proud that we're announcing the offer of 1.5 billion free Class D shares in our company, which is valued $746 million to be distributed to 3 million people as a means of publicity for Weownomy chat and increased web traffic in November 21. So absolutely, this is going to be amazing because we are one of the first of the kind global social media platform based in the US to be able to do that. So many companies have done that in the US, and so this is it's not that we're doing it new, but we are the very first one in the social media space to do that. And the reason we're doing that, it's just to help us to leverage and be able to do something that other social media platforms do offer their services for free, but for us, we also want to make sure that we can be able to scale from 3 million to 2.5 billion users, but making sure that all those users are able to have some kind of ownership into this program. And with that said, we also have another opportunity. The reason we scheduled to have August 18th as the auctioning date, there was a lot of misunderstanding in the group, not really because we had changed our strategy. The strategy is we now want to be more on the regulatory landscape to really make sure that whatever we do as the project grows very fast, we want to make sure that our regulatory landscape and that can be able to handle not only the current shareholders that we have. I do understand now we're clocking around 25,000 shareholders, but again, also the new ones that are coming in very easily. We can be able to even hit 3 million co-owners before even November. So SADC Exchange is a stock exchange in Seychelles, will host Weownomy auctions, and they already scheduled AEX listing in August. So before the 18th, we'll have that go live. So SADC Exchange will host hybrid Weownomy shares and listing of the AEX gold coin custodial certificates. So this is a new gold coin that we intend to have on the blockchain, and it can do the same thing that it can act like a payment system, just like the way you see other crypto coins and stuff like that, but it's regulated and we want to first have it listed so that we can go that through. So this will provide greater liquidity, and the new auction share price is now 34.58 US dollars, that is 500 Rand, and not anymore $5 because of the launch of the Class D share distribution program. So this is very good news. So you guys are going to auction on the SADC Exchange your Class C at 34.58 US dollars. You can do your calculations and you can be able to see what you get, and not $5 because of the launch of Class D share distribution program. So what happens is that the launch of Class D share distribution program gives us a new valuation, and because we're going to have a lot of people who come through, and so it's very important to also make sure that we factor that in, and it's very, very, very important with this good news that we have getting launched globally, and this is going to position Weownomy in a very wonderful, wonderful way. So it's very important that you understand that we have a very good opportunity, that our share auction value has now shifted on your benefit. So you guys, when you're making a little bit of a misunderstanding in the group, we have a lot of very good news behind the scene that we're building up. So that's one of the important things. So today also, we are launching our Advertisement Exchange launch. So the two things that are giving us a value of 34.58 is not only the Class D free shares programs, but it's also an Advertisement Exchange launch. So what this means, an advertisement exchange launch, it means that is the major revenue earner for all of the social media platforms, Google, Facebook, Twitter. They get the money through selling advertisement, but ours is the first exchange to use an e-share payment model to pay content creators, people who have been doing all work about Weownomy will now be paid using a very unique system, e-share payment model for listeners, brands, up to Weownomy shares worth 7.8 billion rand. So this new ad exchange will monetize users, content creators, and brands. So I will be able to let you know more about that. But what that means, this is a game changer. We have historical value that is just building. Another value that is building into to having our auction value go to 34.58 US dollars, that is 500 rand from 72, is also our new partnership agreement that we're signing on Tuesday with Muzanzi. Muzanzi, the gentleman there is actually a disruptive and very creative individual who is also a shareholder in Weownomy. He managed to actually pull it off with one of the companies in South Africa, and now Weownomy, in partnership with Mzansi, will be able to launch a digital television. So instead of only having listeners being paid to listen on any of our programs that will be on Mzansi, viewers who also will participate on any content. Like we have very good musicians, good participants who have come up doing a lot of great work around Weownomy, making Weownomy known. You will have your own channel, and that is Mzansi Digital Television. And further to that, we're also going to launch our own newspaper, which will also communicate extensively a great deal about Weownomy, what we want to do, and whatever work you guys are doing across Africa, across the world. That's just amazing. So we have that great news to announce a partnership agreement, which is going to be signed on Tuesday with Mzansi, and which will lead to launch digital television that will target Africa, Europe, America, and any and world market. So this will be a great platform for content creators, brands, and viewership. So Weownomy has not only have a value by providing a new Class D free shares distribution program to 3 million people, but it has also a new value by taking its private market on the stock exchange, okay? And that is very, very unique and very, very powerful, to really have that. And then also launching our own ad exchange provides a new category of revenue that comes from advertising using electronic share payment model system that we'll be able to explain. And that goes up to 7.8 billion Weownomy shares. And so the other part is because of now the launch of Class D free shares, which is official as from today. You can tell your loved ones, you can tell everyone, and you can also be strategic. And that, again, it's going to change or enhance the networking arrangement, because now it's easier to talk to your loved ones. It's easier to talk to your different constituencies about the new opportunity that Weownomy is providing. And so the Weownomy social virtual media agencies will now be in position to onboard as many people as possible, and much more easier, because people don't need to pay anything. They just need to come through, and they just need to be told. And actually to even educate all our current shareholders to be able to not talk about just money, but now, because this is a product that is being offered to people for free, then you can concentrate to educate people exactly what Weownomy is all about, the business model, what we intend to do, and quite a lot of information. So I think we will now be able to make sure that we package that in a way. So I had an opportunity with two ladies, a mother and a daughter, they requested me for a private virtual meeting, and they actually was just sharing to me about their Weownomy social virtual media agency program. And I was blown away how they really thought about it. They have a very wonderful concept that really intends to target a very special section community. I wouldn't like to just sell the idea, because again, it's for them. I requested them that they would be able to come on board and they can really explain to people what they really want to do. But what I really understood, they have a program that they want to do in the rural communities, and they can use the Class D share program to, target the unemployed, children, learning institutions, whereby they can be able to, work around an arrangement of how they can use Weownomy program and to really, empower and make sure that those communities are really supported in a very creative way. So they had a lot of information, the presentation they shared with me, and I was very, very, very excited. And so what I'm just telling you in a nutshell, we don't just want to launch the Weownomy social virtual media agencies for people to just bring people in there. You should have an idea, have a kind of an idea what indeed are the kind of people that you can easily bring on board when you use the free shares. Don't just bring people and pack them there. Just try and have an idea around the constituency. Are they schools? Are they churches? Are they any kind of a constituency that you can be able to fit in and bring that idea of yours? And if you don't have any idea, then we're going to have some few potential Weownomy social virtual media agency individuals who can also educate others, so that when we build a community that is going to have, to participate with our launch in November, at least there's something that is more creative. So don't just bring, because we don't want what has been happening in the groups whereby people are disorganized. They don't really have a clear picture of an organized community around understanding what Weownomy is all about. So while now we're going to have thousands and tens and thousands of people coming, they should find you much more educated, much more knowledgeable. So everyone should get a niche. Niche means at least some kind of an audience that you can easily feel aligned with. If you're a musician, you can talk to a fellow musician. If you are interested in learning institutions, you can talk to those learning institutions. You can find a niche that you can be able to educate, so that when you onboard them, you understand their interest and you can be able to, don't just onboard people whom you don't really understand. So you need to understand them, they need to understand you, and then you will be able to build a good virtual media, media agency around that. We'll talk about that, and we also require a lot of training for people, because now the floodgates are starting and people are going to be able to come. So we need a lot of people to really get prepared. And so we're going digital with Bitcoin wallets, and later on we're also launching Weownomy digital gold coin. So this is very important, because with the valuation of Weownomy going up currently, so that means most of our co-owners are going to get a lot of money. And so as we intend to still educate our financial systems and stuff like that, we also need to make sure that we can adapt with the digital crypto market, and make sure that we can, that's what we'll be able to use for now, for any kind of payments to you guys, or when you want to make any payments to the company. So we're going to go digital, so that we do not have a lot of challenges currently with the regulators in regards to how the program is growing very fast, and how your personal income lives are also being rewarded very quickly. And so we want to make sure that for now, as we build that good relationship with them and explain to them what it is, we want to go digital. So that means all the auction co-owners will be paid digital, all the content creators will have to be paid digital, all social virtual media agencies, networkers, and the rest will have to be paid digital. Everything is going to be done digital, BTC wallets, crypto. So that's very important. So that's the whole arrangement that I would like to talk about today, and to just explain to you that this is very critical and very important. Now, the process, we have 1.5 billion plus D free shares distribution program. This is amazing. when you give a portion of your company out there, the value comes back to you. And the value that we want is an exchange of increased publicity and web traffic to make sure that we can be able to get new co-owners who are going to get 500 shares. And imagine 500 shares times 500 rand. How much is that? So you can be able to calculate that. So it means we have given each of the new co-owners 250,000 maloti as worth. That is what they are. So on November, they can actually sell probably 160 times 500. So they can be able to have 80,000 rand. And so out of 80,000 rand, they can subscribe for their annual subscription, which is 1,000 rand, and they can use the rest of the money. So that's what it is. The reason we do that is because Facebook and other social media, they have tried the subscription game, and they say that if you try the subscription game, it means that you lose out all of the subscribers because most of the subscribers can never come back. But what we have done is to make it easier for our subscribers to really enjoy is first by providing them ownership, and secondly, by introducing the monthly auctions that will allow them to actually have more money, and then they can easily see that their subscription is not a lot of money for them to continue paying. Because if you make 80,000 rand, maloti, or Namibian dollar, or pula, it enables you to simply pay that 1,000 rand, which is nothing. So Weownomy Class D shares are valued at more than $700. This is a mistake. It's not $20 million, $746 million. And the valuation comes in because we now have our own launched Advertisement Exchange. We now have a new population that is coming. So by August 18th, we'll have at least quite a number of people who will come in. And again, the valuation comes in with the numbers, because the way social media works, the bigger the numbers you have, the bigger the opportunities you get. And so we were smart enough to create a free Class D shares. One, it's very tough in Africa, whereby most of the people think of scams. And so we wanted a solution that can help our people without focusing so much on a lot of noise of scams. People have been scammed and stuff like that. But we want to show our people, we want them to have a lot of time and understand what we're doing. And again, reward them through the journey as they go in. So the most of them who are coming for free will appreciate that, and they will have that passion of the company. And it will allow them to really grow with the company, because they give us that advantage of having the numbers. And those numbers are very important in the social media industry, because once we hit 3 million viewers, the CNN will recognize, and all the major mainstream medias will recognize that. And how do we do that? By using the same tactics, because you can't grow from the current number that we have of shareholders, 25,000 co-owners, to 2.5 billion if all of them are paying in directly. So, but if we have a game whereby we have the giveaways, which is very important, it also enables a lot of people to see our uniqueness, because our business model is going to be unique in the market, and it's going to offer a lot of value for people across the world, okay? It will give us, it will create a riding scenario. Riding scenario means you will see and you'll hear a lot of people talking about Weownomy, a lot of people coming, because it's now easier for them to come through. And then we will have less confrontation with the regulators, because now we're offering something which is for free, and we're not charging people for anything. And we allow a lot of people. Then it will offer opportunities for those Weownomy social virtual media agencies. I would like to refer to them, our networkers who have been out there. So I've seen a lot of them who are complaining in the group, oh, I brought my downliners, they are now on my neck and stuff like that. It will not happen now because they're coming in. So if your downliner is coming in, they're just coming in and they're not paying anything. So you will not have worries about what they will, blame you for anything, because now it's going to be a clear way for us to move quicker in most of the African countries. So this 3 million co-owners can come from anywhere in the world. So it's an opportunity for people, but it has an expiration. So the expiration is in November. So we will be able to tell people the expiration will depend on the numbers. Once we hit the numbers, we'll keep on telling you we have hit this number. We are now 1 million. We are now 2 million. We are now 2.5 million, 2.8, and then we close it. So that's how it will be. And then once that is done, we focus on the very most important thing, launching Weownomy Chat. So that's our goal, to really make sure. So each person will own 500 Weownomy Class D shares. It is for free, remember. No one should charge anyone for these shares. Completely, nothing, no gimmicks, no what. It is completely for free, and that is going to be very clear. So the concept is, as you give away the shares, it brings back an opportunity of the numbers that are required for a social media. And that's how all of you, the current shareholders, will benefit from this opportunity, because as those numbers grow, then you are going to see big institutions, big players, big, broker dealers and stuff. They will pay attention. Once they pay attention, the price of a share could even reach 1,000 rand. Right now, it is just 500. It could reach 1,000 rand by 18th of August. And that is something you guys, that's why we want you to go digital. Because if it goes 1,000 rand, no bank will allow any kind of income that you're going to get and explain to them. They will tell you, explain to us, how did you get this money? So we don't want that for now. We have to go digital. Bitcoin wallets, we'll have people being trained how to use those wallets. And at the same time, we're also developing ours very quickly. We want to make digital gold coin. I have a team that is working on that in the United States. So it's very important that you understand that we are growing at a terrific speed, and two things are going to make us grow quicker because of our own new Weownomy Advertisement Exchange, which is going to power the social virtual media agencies. It's going to reward the social virtual media agencies, their monthly dues, the content creators, the guys who have been writing. You guys are also signing next week on Tuesday. While we're signing with Mzansi, you'll also be signing your advertisement revenue share program. I'll be able to explain that. And that is going to change quickly, because that's what social media companies do use, and we have that. So we have solved the problem of making sure we can reach to 3 million and then scale up to 2.5 billion users easily, but in a totally unique way, whereby we are introducing an income social media platform that rewards users for using it. Secondly, we have introduced the shares as your currency, as a digital currency, and that is also going to reward you greatly. You will see a lot of people coming, and that's going to be wonderful. And because your auctions, so we're only auctioning a smaller number, that is 25,000. Those people who are in Class D, Class B, those ones are the ones. So you're going to see how everything is going to work around. So because of that, our valuation is going to hit $10 billion. That is in November. And who knows, the numbers could go more, but we are strictly now focusing on 3 million new co-owners. Okay, so advertising is the key to how social media earns revenue. And who earns revenue here? It is you and me, not the other way around with other major social media platforms. So the concept of selling advertising while offering user-owned platform is the new game in town. And you will see people on TikTok, on all these other major, they will come because they have now, this is where they're going to be treated like king. Why? Because they become owners and it will go viral all over the world. People to hear a new social media platform is giving you free shares worth quite a great deal for you. You understand? Which is 250,000 Maloti. That is just for someone who's just walking away with 500 shares. Okay. So for the first time, you're also going to start making money through advertising. You understand? And that is very clear. We have a wonderful news. So how Weownomy chat will help Weownomy co-owners generate revenue. You have not come to even see and understand how much money you're going to make when we launch our own Weownomy chat, a version of WhatsApp. It's different. Why? From now, before we launch, I am going to show you, I'll be able to give you guys, instead of just sitting in the groups there and commenting about what, I'm going to show you and give you very strategic ways to be able to start to reach out to brands, because even those brands, we're going to give them free shares. Tell them, hey, look here, if you come to Weownomy, you, like now, 45,000 businesses in South Africa are down. They don't know where to get money. That is an opportunity for you as a Weownomer. We can show you a clear proposal that you can go down and you say, how much value have you lost? He will tell you, I have lost probably 200 million or something like that. And tell him the company is willing to test out with free shares. Probably we can give them shares which is worth 250 rand, which is 500 shares. Okay. And if they can see that value, they will want to come and be part of the new advertisement exchange. You guys are going to make a lot of money just by bringing these brands that are collapsing. Supermarkets have been seeing this on TV. That's where there's a problem, you are able to create an opportunity. And when you create an opportunity, and a serious practical opportunity, because people are going without food in South Africa. People are also suffering in Eswatini because of this kind of tensions that are going on. Just find that strategic way of how you can reach out with these free shares. I'm telling you that need, if you can tie your needs and with the needs of the person who is in trouble right now, you have created a permanent solution, and that's how revenue will be created. Now, for Facebook, you have to pay an advertisement account so that they do advertise for you. For Weownomy, we don't do that. We want to make more money, but we take your needs and we want to tie it with our needs so that we create a solution. So a solution for a company currently in trouble in South Africa, lost jobs, they don't have what to pay the workers, reach out to them and tell them, I do understand you have this problem. We do have our new social media platform that is launching its own WhatsApp version, which is Weownomy Chat in November. And would you like to be part of it? We can solve part of your business cash flow problems that you have just gone through, because now you've lost everything. But this company can provide you shares which are worth 250,000. That person will love you, because I've seen on TV, people are saying, it will take me time to recover. Who knows? The government will also start to go and understand, wow, if this solution that can help our companies, what is this kind of company? That is a solution that is very important right now. I'm trying to sharpen your mind. When you're looking at these free shares, don't just wake up and you have to be strategic. and say, if I go and present this opportunity to so many people, how am I going to solve the current problem? And the moment you go with a strategy to help, they will start to tell others, and before you know, you are the people who are going to be rich. Why? Because people have discovered that you can help them, and our help is quick because we already are on an exchange, and we're going to start to do that. So it will bring a lot of respect, and it will build that clear meaning of a fast global income social media platform that cares for others. And that is very important. So that is how it's clear for you that the only way we are growing our user-owned base to reach a critical mass of 3 million with free shares distribution program and Weownomy Chat providing a lifetime solution to attract advertisers. How do we attract advertisers? They currently go for those ones who are down. 45,000 businesses in South Africa need help. In Eswatini, the same challenges are there. In Lesotho or any other African countries, there are challenges. Don't ask for money. Just tell them there's a good deal and we could help you. And once those businesses subscribe on our new Advertisement Exchange, we allocate for them those free shares. And then we are going to reward you for doing that with a very good way that we'll be able to explain in an advertisement revenue program for you, okay? That is going to make you a lot of money because people want to know that you care for them. And at this difficult time, they will feel very happy to come and tell you that, oh, he can tell you, oh, no, I have now a bigger problem. Maybe my business is 30 million. Oh, you tell him if it's 30 million, then there's a different way we can work. You can share with us an idea. We give you a proposal. You run with it. You will see businesses calling every Weownomy are very busy. They want to participate in this new program. So it's a free thing, but be creative in how you share this free thing because it's going to build you. It's going to build your virtual media agency, and it's going to make you create jobs for others who are currently in need. They don't know what to do. And that is the power. When I told you when we were starting, social media is a multi-billion-dollar, but it depends which kind of business model we're using. And this currently, we're using a totally different, unique business model that cares for those ones that we want to use our platform. So we don't only care for the users, we don't only care for the content creators, but the brands, because COVID has hit them, and now with these challenges of looting and stuff that has happened in South Africa, creates a big opportunity for Weownomers, okay? So, and once you do that, businesses start to come, the valuation of a company is increasing. Who benefits? It's you and the company, you understand? Because right now, our shares have just jumped from $5 and to 34.58. Why? Because of the distribution of the free shares and the Advertisement Exchange that is now in place and is ready to start to work. And another third opportunity is what is happening in Eswatini, what is happening in South Africa, creates a big multi-billion solution that comes from us. And another opportunity is Muzanzi creating an opportunity to have a digital television, to have a newspaper, you understand, to have a radio station. This is all an arsenal that is ready to deliver money to you. Take it seriously, okay? Be disruptive, think more. I thank you, I salute you, Muzanzi. You now have brought a newspaper, you've brought digital television, and you did it in a very creative way, but you are going to see how it is going to help the whole continent. So that is the solution that you need to go out. Once you have a solution and people are suffering, you are building an empire. You're helping Weownomy to build an empire to solve all of these African problems. quickly. Okay? So the social media's real purpose is advertising to earn revenue. But the way they're doing it, you pay them first, and they don't care whether you get the people you don't get. But for us, the advertisement we're doing, we tie the needs. Listen, we tie the needs of the brand with the needs of the brand, another brand called Weownomy. Once you do that, money is flowing. Money will start to call you. Okay? Because sometimes I listen to all the conversations. Sometimes when I go randomly in the groups, many people think money is, difficult. No, it's because the way it has been designed is that the very few have designed it for themselves. But now for us, we're saying, hey, look here, we have designed a solution for the 99%. By tying the needs of those ones who are currently in need with the needs of the platform. And the platform provides you that solution, and that's why you will see a lot of changes. Okay, so that's very important. So Weownomy is going to use our new Advertisement Exchange for the purpose of paying content creators, users, and attracting brands with the new model that also provides a dynamic way to empower brands. Very few traditional advertisements are not meant to empower you. No, you pay, whether you get the people, you don't. But for us, you pay as a brand. We are even able to tell you before you pay, can we give you the free shares? If it doesn't work for you, don't pay us. That's powerful. You just said that statement, there are thousands of them who are coming. And when they come, they're going to find our users, our co-owners who have the money, who will be now participating in buying these products from the brands and everything. And once we build that unique, it will change the way businesses think how to handle people. Okay, so we have a very wonderful opportunity, and I would really like to educate you. The issue of the free Class D shares is not just to go around, even take 2 days and think and say, how can I use this creatively and target where people have problems? And once you target where they have problems, you are going to bring yourself money, and the company can do very beautiful proposals for you, small ones, advertising proposals that you can put to any company, and they will think you are a king. They will quickly come to you because you have designed a clear solution for them. Help them a small thing. They might have a problem for 10 million, do a solution for 250,000 rand. That one alone, after that, they will come running for you. Tell, hey, look here, now we're in business. We did something for you. Right now, we should be able now to talk business. And they will listen because you have proved to them you have a constituency that can help build their business, which is now collapsed. And we have all of them collapsed. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go to the banks and talk to them or what. And we have a solution through advertising, a unique way of advertising with Mzansi television, Mzansi radio station, Weownomy newspaper, all that. We're able to combine it. And who's going to earn? Co-owners, you and me. You getting me? So it's very important you understand that. Now, the other very important thing is that our business model is going to survive on a subscription model, but the subscription model was disqualified by Facebook and other whatever. Why? The reason they disqualified it, they wanted an easier way to make money. So they knew if they charge people, they will not. But for us, we're using the word self-financing. Self-financing means once you subscribe once, we don't tell you subscribe every now and then. You subscribe once, we put you on an auction program to make it easier for you to pay continuously. So you make more money from an auction program. Like someone comes with 500 shares free, and he auctions 160, he makes 80,000. To pay 1,000 is nothing. He can, even when you tell him pay it per month, it's nothing. It's going to spend maybe, maybe 12,000. But we're telling you 1,000 per year. So it's easier. So we want to play a cleaner game. So that's why we call it self-financing. It pays itself. because you get a lot of revenue and you can pay whatever subscription that is required. And that subscription is going to help us to also help build an arsenal to help thousands of other people, because our goal is to hit from 3 million, we go up to 2.5 billion users. Okay, we have to think big here. Okay, so the self-financing subscription is a monthly auction of shares that will allow many users to join Weownomy using the subscription model to grow from 3.3 million to 2.5 billion users. That is our business model. That's where our focus is. Okay? The giveaway share distribution allows many users to easily join Weownomy income platform anywhere in the world. So that is the first business model that Facebook and all these other social media platforms are going to deal with. That is the competition that we're bringing on the table. Okay? The auction platform will trade monthly shares with our partner stock exchange in Seychelles. So that means we will be allowing, when you come and subscribe, your shares are put on a regulated, licensed stock exchange. Okay? Global social income platform. I'm not saying people are not making money on TikTok. I'm not saying people are not making money on Twitter or what, but this is purely a global social income platform that is designed to pay the users. Very clear about that. So that they can profit from the multi-billion-dollar social media market. People don't know that social media market is billions of dollars. You keep on touching that WhatsApp gadgets and stuff like that, all those apps, but you don't know that your presence there, your number, making a number on that platform that you're in, makes someone else billions, and you end up getting nothing. But this time we're saying, forgive them. You have an opportunity to now tell them that you know what they're doing, and you're lucky at this time to even be able to understand it and participate and enjoy the benefits, so that you can also have a net worth. So everyone right now has a net worth. Start counting your net worth of shares times 500 Rand. Okay? That's the net worth that is being transferred on SEDEC exchange in Seychelles. And with the numbers growing to 3 million, it's going to be powerful. We can take Weownomy a direct listing. So direct listing means you go directly from SEDEC exchange, you can go directly to New York Stock Exchange. It's not difficult. This is the games that people need to know that can happen. Okay? So that's very important. So social media is transforming the world. Weownomy is transforming your personal income lives. Yeah, social media, like you can be here, you send a message to someone in the US, you talk to someone, like now we are here, we have our loved ones in Eswatini, we have in Botswana, we have in South Africa, we have in Nigeria, we have in Ghana. It's not enough. Weownomy is saying we want to transform your personal income lives. I've got some very good news. I'm starting to see that by people posting this information by saying, this is what I got from Weownomy, and I bought a TV, I'm building, I bought a car, I've seen, and that's going to now grow in big numbers. Wait for the testimonies starting from August. It will be big, and that's going now to be powerful. And once those testimonies go across the African continent and other markets all over the world, it is going to change the world, because people will say, what happened in Africa? What is happening around? We want to be part of this. How do we get to be part of this? Make it easier for them to get into what has benefited you. Okay, that's how the revolution of Bitcoin started. But Bitcoin is restrictive. You know, if you are not in earlier, you will not, benefit as the people who are there earlier. But for us, we want to make our income social platform, making sure that even though you did not come earlier, if you come, you join the family of winners, and you'll be allocated a seat to begin to enjoy your income life. Okay. So the personal income lives, Weownomy is a revolutionary social income platform. So our system completely changes the way people are going to earn. And that's a small thing that can change the African continent. Without toying, without all these other things, simply having your gadget in your hand could change you because you are associated and participating with Weownomy. And Weownomy is going to do something wonderful for you. Social media market. Weownomy will be able to allow you make money from what you already do on social media anyway by completing simple tasks such as liking or following a page. That's going to start in November. Why? Because already we have our Weownomy Advertisement Exchange, which is starting to deliver. We have started setting up the auction platform, but now with the Advertisement Revenue Exchange platform, which is now ready to go, things are going to change. And this is going to be a big opportunity. Brands, Weownomy will allow users to earn an income by promoting business products, services through their personal profiles in order to benefit themselves while benefiting the companies as well. Okay. So, for example, users can make up to $10 per day by just clicking on an ad post every day. That life is coming. That was your right from the beginning, but they just twisted it and made you to be there clicking. You click even for more than 16 hours and you don't get anything. But because Weownomy is transforming your personal income lives, they did well to transform the world because they're saying they want to connect you with your loved ones, your family. And no, that connection has been enough for many years. We want to go now deeper into the personal income lives. And once that happens, then a better place globally arrives and people will be able to solve most of their immediate needs. All of these problems that are plaguing the African continent will start now to change because people now have found a new way of earning and becoming a better person. Okay. So Weownomy Advertisement Exchange, which is new, is generating money for you and me. Okay. So it primarily makes money by selling advertising space on partnership platforms such as Mzansi Radio and the newly to be launched digital television. Just imagine all of you guys who have content. You know, sometimes when I do things, people who have been around me do understand me. I've been getting a lot of calls, people calling me, you know, unfortunately, please, I can't pick most of those calls, but I know what you need before even you call me, because this is a game that we have already studied and you will be very happy with what we're doing. So all of these content creators, just sit there. You just keep on thinking what you can do your best. We sign the deal. We make sure that you're paid in crypto because we don't want your money to get lost in any way possible. And then you go to work and you'll see what Mzansi Digital Television, Mzansi Radio, partnership with Weownomy, the newspaper, your stories will be all over because we want people to come and we want people to understand what a business model is. One thing that I know, you guys are so creative because I just told you one time that this is a disruptive company and all of you, I can assure you over 40% of our shareholders are smart. They're coming up with ideas that you've never even imagined possible. Now that they have their own advertisement exchange revenue to help them, we have a good friend at Mzansi who has used the skills to get a digital television that we need to launch our programs across the African continent. Do you know the power that you're going to get? Do you know that you could even make more revenue than what DSTV was making? Because of what? We are giving you the platform and we want you to read the agreement, not blindly. We are going to even educate you how to read it so that you know your rights. Okay? We don't want anyone to complain that I did a product in the name of Weownomy, and Weownomy is making more money than me. It's not going to happen. You are going to be powerful, and you have an audience that is just growing, and that audience is going to be powerful because of you. And I'm going to explain to you how this is going to happen. So the content creators, you're going to earn advertising revenue from Weownomy Ad Exchange. What does that mean? We've been paying a select, number of people, as we started with even this program of paying our co-owners. When we started the pilot pay, there was a lot of noise and stuff like that. But we were doing that to establish the fact that that's the trend. That's what's going to happen. Now with the content creators, now it's going to even change, because once you have your own advertisement account on an exchange, and we can blast your work across all the different media platforms, you could find yourself earning as much as we are able to get from the numbers of people who are seeing your work. And because those numbers are going to come honestly, most of them are free shareholders, they will be given that opportunity to listen. We are paying them to watch you. We are paying them to listen on your content. So that makes you a millionaire. And we are going to show you how those calculations are done in your advertisement revenue sharing agreement. So you don't just sign something, but we also educate you. So it's an agreement which is going to educate you your rights and how you're going to earn. And then you have your crypto wallet, and that's how you're going to be. So it will depend how much you want to get from a crypto wallet, and then you convert it into your local bank accounts and stuff like that, because we want to make sure that we have a permanent solution for now. Then another unique opportunity that is coming is that we are launching the e-share payment system. These are new terms. It's used in Singapore. It's used in India. What that means, companies pay in shares, and those shares are automatically converted into cash. So what we're going to do, when we sign with you, we can give you a portion that is set up in your account, and we have broker dealers instantly to change that into cash. So it's called e-share payment system, that's selling advertising to marketers as well as companies with a new dynamic model that provides shares to brands to advertise. So a brand comes to us, we tell you our currency is Weownomy shares, which is going to be converted by broker dealers into cash, because we have a strong partnership with Advertisement Exchange. And the way the broker dealers work, the more traffic, the more they gather into that share. They say, oh, this share program is moving fast. So they cash in. And once they cash in, who makes money? It's you. So we can tell you that, okay, now we are paying our listeners a certain amount. We can even put, let's say, 100 shares for our listeners. And that's why we're counting. I'll show you that 100 shares. And then from that, we have a select guys who are going to be there. They call it a clearing house, just to clear those shares as they come. So most of how TikTok and all of these other social media platforms do, they take 45 days to pay you. No, for us, it will not happen like that. We're going to do it within at least 3 to 4 days to get your money. And that makes you to go. You're happy, you go do other content, you come back, so we can put current number of allocated shares. Let's say we put, 10,000, of allocated share on a content creator. Then we put, let's say, 400 or 300 shares into the listeners program. So the listener will have to watch you, will have to listen. And that's how we make money. That's how we drive traffic to you. And when that happens, we do that. Other medias, other brands will say, hey, wait a minute, before I pay, I can just go and use these guys' shares. And then they don't know, the more they come to use our shares, the shares are getting more value, the more broker dealers are coming to us, and the more money we're making. So that is tactic that we're trying, and it's already practical, it's being used, okay? So this will help to generate revenue for users who are going to be paid to listen, Everyone who wants to be paid to listen. So we'll have programs with an advertisement account. We put a small amount of shares in there and we link it as an e-share payment so that our broker dealers just need to see it on the screen and say, okay, how much? So today, how is your program? Say, no, today we're going to have some programs which are going to be played on Mzansi radio station or television. And this is how we planned. This is how we have planned our revenue. Okay, so they will start to clear it out and then return the money directly into your account. But now we're using crypto, they return it directly into your crypto wallet. Okay, why? Because advertisement is where there's money, but once you have a Weownomy Advertisement Exchange, what is an advertisement exchange? Just to clear your mind. This is where we have buyers who are coming to buy your content. And then we have sellers. Who are you bringing that? So we bring you your selling account and we say, okay, now this is the people. And now the buying, coming. There's our main broker dealers who are doing that. For them, they don't mind about what you're doing. For them, they're just clearing shares. They don't want to know whether those shares are to pay content creators, are to pay listeners, or to do what. They're just clearing the lot that is there because it's the new thing, the hot thing in the market. Why? Because of Class D. So when you're dealing with Class D, those ones are so powerful. Don't despise them. Don't think that they're coming for free. They are creating a lot of money for you. Information. Yeah. So it's very important that you understand that. Okay. So I had this slide, and I'm very happy that you guys have started to notice that you have your free giveaways. So the giveaways that we have for our current shareholders is totally different. So that's why you see you have quite a lot more. Class C, you have more than 50,000, and then you add with the original one, you have 60,000 shares, and then you have a selection of different auctioning. So you'll be able to start with 160, then next month 260 up to 660. So the one who bought 2,000 differently, the one who was 3,000 and all that, we've just made it very fair for everyone who's participating. But it's amazing why we're doing that, and you'll be able to see how quickly with the free shares that comes in for the 3 million users, it's going to you'll be happy, because we want to make sure that you really appreciate what we're doing, and that is critical. Now, AEX and Weownomy are going to have a hybrid trade on a SADC exchange. So hybrid means as Weownomy auction will be continuing differently, AEX is listing a custodial gold coin certificates. And what that means, that's for Class B AEX shareholders who have also been asking, why are we just talking about Weownomy alone? No, AEX is the parent company of Weownomy. And so as a parent, you should be able to really wish the new born baby, Weownomy, who is changing the world, like it or not. It's doing wonderful across the world. So August, before the 18th, we will have that listing confirmation. The listing will be via Zoom, and you're going to be happy. So the Zoom will host both the Weownomy auction and the AEX. So Weownomy is going with its auction trading platform from our friends in France, and make sure that we have that. So as I've told you, the value is now from $5 to $34.58. Why? Because we have now our Weownomy Advertisement Exchange. That is another ATM machine, which is just going to make a lot of money for our people. And because, again, we are taking the auction platform to link it with SADC exchange. Class D free shares to 3 million people is also another factor which is increasing our valuation to 34.58. And another factor again is that Class D shareholders will only be allowed in November to start to auction, and they will auction with the new value of 34.58. Remember, on the capital market, the value could increase quickly because there will be, as soon as we start to get a lot of brands who are interested with a new business model that allows them to use our shares to do the advertisement, that again is going to increase the valuation of the company, and the shares could even hit 1,000 rand quickly. But I'm safe to tell you right now, it is 34.58, And I think this is good news for you people who have been patient, who have not signed the refund policy or refund documents to take back your money. That's how it is. So it's very important and to know that most of you have just come in very early and you're blessed. So just practice patience and you're gonna earn, so that when you sit down when you're in your 70s in future, you'll be able to tell people that big company that Weownomy, we started like this, and now I'm here with my ranch, with whatever that I have, my helicopter and stuff like that, because of patience and because I understand. Patience means you understand the vision, you understand the business model, and you can be able to see what other social media markets are doing. And that's what we are at the moment, okay? So Advertisement Exchange is our partner. As I told you, they have invited us to actually be able to even buy a portion of the shares up to 20%. So that will also be an opportunity for you guys. Immediately, if the first auction, you are invited to buy, a strategic, stake in Advertisement Exchange, because that is the only exchange that allows our business model. Other exchanges will not easily allow it. They will not be easily comfortable. So that will be very powerful. And again, you need to know that Advertisement Exchange is also partnering with us to put up a stock exchange in South Africa, AEX. So we have big dreams and practical dreams in this matter. So watch the space. We're coming and we're doing a great deal. Now, as I told you that the auction platform will be linked with Advertisement Exchange, and at the same time, AEX and Weownomy is having a hybrid listing. Hybrid listing means AEX is listing its gold coin, Weownomy is just doing its auction. Now, a technical listing means it's a private listing. So it's a private listing, which is mainly meant to just serve the needs of our co-owners at the moment. So the way the auction is linked there, it will only allow the current co-owners who are going to participate on the 18th of August. And there's a lot of confusion, and people say, oh, you're telling us auction is going to be on the 18th. Is it the payment day or what? It's actually going to be the payment day because of the great web traffic that is being created. A lot of people are going to participate. And once we go crypto, the whole crypto market is coming to Weownomy because they have a lot of money stuck in there. Now they have an opportunity for them to really understand that Weownomy is going crypto, and it's allowing that to happen, and so that our shareholders can benefit. So that is the good news. The gold coin custodial certificates. So AEX is going to partner with Weownomy to create a digital gold coin that will also be able to serve us just like the same way we're using the Bitcoin. So for now, we're starting with the Bitcoins, but we're going to be able to have, we want our whole ecosystem to be about what we have and what we can control and what we can own. I think that's very important. So the launch of Weownomy Class D shares today, 17th, has led to a new value of 34.58 as the official auction value to be used on Advertisement Exchange. Secondly, the Weownomy Advertisement Exchange has also contributed to that, because an advertisement exchange is a big industry for selling advertisement, but we are selling it using our Weownomy shares. Why? So that it acts like a currency. Acts like, we're not saying it's a currency, but acts like, because the broker dealers will be able to clear it for any of the designated activities that we've said there. So launching 1.5 billion share distribution to 3 million people is also a major factor that changes valuation, and that is beautiful. So I've spent time explaining this issue of the auction and why it is now 34.58, which is 500 Rand. And what does that mean? an individual who was supposed to get 11,000, okay, now when he sells his 160 shares with 500, he's able to get 80,000, right? A Class B shareholder who was supposed to sell 840 times 72 is getting 60. Now, when he sells with 500, it's going to get 420,000 rands. We are now into a totally different disruptive income social media platform. Okay? So that's very important. Now, we are officially launching Weownomy Ad Exchange and e-share payment system. This is a killer, game changer. I like the word game changer. 7.8 billion digital advertising. Now, listen very carefully. You need to be educated. These things are not taught at school. That's why our people are getting confused. They're running around in the WhatsApp groups, others who are sharp. But I want you to be informed how this thing is done. And I'm not hiding, because this is something that I could have sat on the table with few people and I tell them I have a market in Africa. We can simply duplicate the same model of Facebook, but don't pay these people. Let's do it the other way. But I'm sitting with you instead of sitting with these other people and allowing you to have that opportunity. And you are the boss. We're not talking to institutional investors who would love to take this idea just like that. And they can decide to pay you the money. And we go back to poverty, because if they pay you 1 million rand right now, even 10 million rand, within 2 years, it's finished. But if you have this system for the rest of your lives, and as many people join up to $2.5 billion, you'll be totally different. The very, very first people, you guys who are in right now, you'll be totally different before even December. And as every year changes, you'll be different. So how are we going to power content creators? By having 7.8 billion rands worth of Weownomy shares using e-share payment system. Very simple. In the market, the value of your product and service is the most important thing, which drives the valuation of your company. And what drives the valuation of Weownomy is social media. What you think that is nothing, that interactions you have on WhatsApp, and all that. Here we are monetizing it. And who's sitting on the table? It's me and you. And how are we going to monetize it? We have a lot of opportunities just when you see around you. The first way to do that is that the company has given you an opportunity to distribute $1.5 billion. And we're going to, billion shares. And we're going to let you do it in a smart way. So the networking is now going to be different. Instead of hunting people to tell them, bring money, it's finished. Now you can use it in a smarter way to say, I'm going to bring this business to Weownomy. I want it to advertise. I know I can do a good deal with Weownomy. If I bring this business to Weownomy to advertise, let me understand its problems. Right now, there's been looting and all these kind of problems. How can I bring this business? I can just go to the management, provide them a proposal, and Weownomy is going to give me that proposal for free. You go there, and I can tell you that proposal we're giving you could earn you more than $90 million. Why? Because many other businesses, if they see the same proposal, they will tell you, please come and sit with our CEO. We have a problem here. And once you bring the deal, we give you something out of your efforts. How? Through cashing out the same shares that we're giving these people. using an electronic share payment system, which is going to be linked together with Weownomy Advertisement Exchange, your account. Secondly, you're a musician. You say, no, I'm tired. This idea of singing to people, and then I'm told what. Let me do my content. I do understand that Weownomy can pay me. How many people are coming? Oh, okay. They're now 25,000. By the time they reach 3 million. So the more the audience, the more we grow the audience, the more payment you get as a content creator. If you have 25,000 right now, we design that based on the 25,000. So you are paid according to the numbers that we have, numbers of users that we have. Now, the more users come in, the more money you're going to make, because our electronic share payment system is designed to link directly with broker dealers who are on standby to clear the shares that are there and allocate it independently on those different accounts. And those different accounts should be linked with crypto. So that way, you are going to be making a lot of money, because we have already assigned a number of shares on your account, and that is what we tell the broker dealers to digitally clear them quickly, and then you get it. And for the broker dealers to clear them, they want to see the numbers of people who are joining Weownomy. And if it's crazy, you try and do it quickly, because as the numbers come in quickly, you are monetizing that space. Like now, all of the content that we have of the creators, we're going to use that. We're going to use Mzansi radio station, Mzansi television, to be able to monetize that. So that will be able to bring the traffic on our Weownomy Advertisement Exchange. And that traffic drives into the electronic share payment system where the broker dealers are. And that quickly goes out into the payment. Okay? And the brands that are coming, we don't charge them initially because we want to drive traffic. The more they are coming, the more they start to see their businesses coming up, the more other businesses will come. And the more of these businesses are coming, the more of our social media virtual agencies are going to make a lot of money. The more our co-owners will make a lot of money. You will start to see different streams of revenue coming in because of two things. Weownomy Advertisement Exchange, which is launching today, 7.8 billion rands worth of shares, and electronic share payment system. So the Weownomy Advertisement Exchange being launched today is a new model for content and distribution. So if you have something, we can distribute on TV, we can distribute on radio, and we have our own TV in partnership with Mzansi, our own radio in partnership with Mzansi. That makes everything change. So make Weownomy chat known, and that's where you make a lot of money. And again, Weownomy is the first ad exchange to use an electronic share payment model to pay content creators, listeners, and brands using Weownomy shares worth 7.8 billion. The reason these guys are rich worldwide is not that because they save. There's nothing like saving. It's just playing the smart capital model. The capital market, they know how to do it smart. And this is what we're bringing back to you. The valuation of Facebook is on the capital market. And that's how they make money. And that's how they value, I mean, they get the net worth of all of these richest people. And that's what we're doing with you. Your valuation is now the new 34.58 times the shares you have. So the advertisement revenue, 7.8 billion, which is going to be in the form of electronic share payment system. But for that to be unlocked, we need to have many users coming in. How? By giving them a portion of our company. And in return, electronic share payment system becomes active by giving a portion of our company to brands which are collapsing right now with the looting and stuff in South Africa. Who doesn't want a free thing? But indirectly, it's building publicity and it's building back advertisement revenue to the co-owners of the company called Weownomy. Okay? Another important thing that you need to know is that you guys, you're blessed. If you're listening to this and you're a shareholder or you're a co-owner, Make Weownomy Known campaign has started officially with Weownomy Advertisement Exchange with the Class D free shares. It is only you, the current co-owners, who need to be smart. But I've told you the company is giving you a free proposal, which is worth $94 million. You can take it to any company and they will sign it up for them to come on Weownomy Advertisement Exchange. Tell them this campaign is only for a limited time before we launch. After we launch, there will be no free shares to these brands or anyone else. People will come. Okay? Weownomy Chat will be launched in November as the first social media app with chat features and live streaming capabilities for the Weownomy Chat audience. Content creators, okay? So the content creators, advertisement revenue sharing agreements are complete and will be shared to all content creators to sign early the new week. That's by Tuesday. All of the content creators, I have seen all of your wonderful work, and I'm going to do by Sunday and Monday. I'm just going to reply and give you a draft. If you read the draft and you're okay with it, then write back and say, I'm happy with the draft, I want to go ahead. You will see a lot of amazing things that are there. Users, advertisement revenue sharing agreement are complete. You'll also get a draft, read it. That is for you to listen, that is for you to watch. And if you're happy with it, sign it back, okay? Social virtual media agencies, those are the guys who have hit 100, who have hit 30, but now with the new game plan changing, we are going to revise the approach of it. And I've just told you, now you have to have a clear proposal, which the company is giving you, to enable you to go and talk to institutions, talk to universities, talk to, because now don't just go to one individual, tell him, okay, tomorrow come, the shares are free. Because they are free, think big. You can get a bigger constituency. You can even, try and see, talk to brands, talk to what, and then we will then use that to be able to sign something good for you and help you, because people are coming as many. And again, it's going to be very important that we really make sure you have something very interesting. Okay, Weownomy Ad Exchange and the Class D free shares is the game changer that has increased your share value from $5 to 34.58. The first exchange that enables advertisers to buy and sell advertising space using e-share payment system model. What does that mean? We invite you on Advertisement Exchange, we allocate you shares, and we allow you to do all your marketing, whatever product that you have. I'm talking of the brands. And that is what we're going to link with the broker dealers to clear that, and then allow that brand to come. So we want to make these brands comfortable. And once they're comfortable, they will subscribe into our new system. So they don't need urgently to just have a budget. Let them test out something out of what we do. Let even the 500 people test out something. I mean, the 3.3 million people test out. They will be happy because you have lifted them. How many businesses the reason I want you to focus on these businesses, that's where the employment is for many people who, like here in Lesotho, we have the factories, where people go, and they will need that. They will need that opportunity. Many businesses are closing. They will need that. They will need your proposal if you put it on the table for you to go and do that. So we want to position you as a co-owner who is smart, creative. You have people who have different projects for charity and stuff like that. This is an opportunity for you to look out and say, if I sit down, again, I'm repeating, don't just sit down and just think of 4 people and say, okay, tomorrow you come, you'll get free shares. Think big. You have 1.5 billion shares to give out. Think big and say, no, for me, I think I can think of probably a minimum. Start thinking of 20,000 people and above. How can you approach them? You go where they are organized. They could be Stockwells, they could be companies, they could be different situations whereby you can see, and I've told you 45,000 businesses in South Africa are currently down. Those are the people that you need to target. In Eswatini, the same situation, those are the people that you need to target. And that way, you will be able to build a big network. And then when you come to us, we're going to show you a good deal that you can get. Okay? So the new Advertisement Exchange will allow content creators to take ownership of the advertisement inventory by exchanging it with Weownomy shares worth 7.8 billion, and that is in cash. So Weownomy Chat launches in November as a WhatsApp messenger, as a WhatsApp messenger where brands can communicate with users without interrupting the experience. So by the time we go to launch, the whole ecosystem of the people that you've brought will be your followers, and you'll be paid for those followers who are coming into Weownomy Chat. Okay. Now, this is good news. Partnership agreement, Mzansi, digital television, and Weownomy newspaper. Mzansi has done something very unique for the Weownomy vision and goal. And we are now signing a partnership agreement whereby Weownomy and Mzansi, a Joburg FM station, on Tuesday will sign a strategic partnership agreement. I'll also be sending out a draft for the leader there to read. We have the digital television he has brought on board to launch the digital television and newspaper. Content creators will now be able to use those 2 platforms, the listening and the television, to be able to launch the 7.8 billion e-share payment system that will pay co-owners who watch, listen, and as well creators and brands. Okay, so the listenership program will also use an e-share payment system to pay users for listening. So what that means, we open an account as a listener, and you don't pay us anything. We put a small portion of shares there. We link it to an e-share payment account of yours, so that every assignment that is being accomplished, you get that payment. And so you get an agreement to show the scale of payments and how you will be paid. And then that is linked directly to Mzansi and also Weownomy Advertisement Exchange. Viewership, so the viewership is also going to do the same thing. We'll be able to view the programs on Mzansi digital television, and you'll be paid for watching those programs using your e-share payment account. So this is very powerful. And then the social media virtual agency marketing plan. Yes, now because this is very critical with the numbers of people who are coming, we would like every social media virtual agency to have its own WhatsApp group, because it will be now manageable to have the social media virtual agencies having their own WhatsApp groups to be able to handle quite a lot of people who are going to come through. We have a new onboarding program that will help you guys together with our IT team to really make sure that the new co-owners that are coming in should be well taken care of. And we are going now to integrate a different approach. We're talking of now 10,000, 20,000 people because they're coming for free now. So, but again, how do you get to them? We think we need to share with you a proposal. And in that proposal, you need to tell us. It will be a template. So it's up to you to decide which audience that you love. You should love the passion. And then we in that proposal, it's like a proposal, but a training document that helps you to know that if I'm dealing with 20,000 people from institutions, I'm dealing with 20,000 people from different section communities or entities, then the way we're going to design the proposal, it will have both brands and it will also have users who are just coming on board. So, and then we can be able to structure something to really prepare you. And then you'll also need a team to work with them. You'll need to also have a network of a call center to help you guys to really work. So there's a lot of work that is coming. And then the social media virtual agencies will need to do that. So the reason we are now not going to focus so much on, oh, I've brought 30 people, or I've brought 100 people, that falls away. But again, for those ones who have met those targets, the company will compensate you. But now, starting with today, we don't want to hear that the referral program will now be linked with the Class D program, whereby you enhance it. So the referral program is not going away, but now it's different, structured with the proposal that the company gives you, and then how you are able to use that proposal to bring a minimum of 10,000 to 20,000, because those people are there. It's just a matter of you going there, pitch to them, explain to them, and tell them, after explaining to them, we want you to be knowledgeable, because if you're not knowledgeable, you will not handle the social media virtual agency. That's what we don't want, people just moving around. Now that we have removed the element of people bringing money, we want you to concentrate on the element of education. Educate them to understand what you are inviting them for free. Don't just tell them, go to this company, sign, you'll get. No. We want them to understand. Number one, explain to them the difference of what we're providing in comparison with other platforms that are out there. Number two, you should have even a session, even 3 weeks. I mean, not 3 weeks, maybe even a week. Explain to them, talk to the leaders. If you're talking to the companies, if you're talking to different section entities where there are quite a number of people, talk to them and explain to them, and we will give all that information in that proposal so that you all guys were able to talk on the same, playbook, so that we don't have confusion when you're explaining to people. The reason we want to do that proposal, it's very easy to educate you so that you can educate others quickly, because they're coming quick. They're not going to wait. So when they're coming and you organize, you could easily pull even 50,000 people based on how smart you are. But if you make a mistake to say, oh, I'll just call 2, 3 people, 4 people, no. We want you to start with a strategic, creative way of how you approach people, and that will be easy for you. And so we can have 10 people easily bringing in more than 100,000 people in a week. So we want that strategic mind, and that's what we are doing as a board to help you to really work on that. Another tactic is that we are also going to introduce a growth team. A growth team, these are guys whom we're going to be able to also mentor so that they can help us to follow up and make sure that the different virtual social media agencies are working. The reason for that, I want to free up a lot of work and make sure that people should not spend time calling the CEO. They should spend time knowing that there's a structure. You don't need to see the CEO all the time or call the CEO. You can be able to call a structure. So the structure is there to really help you quicker so that you can be able to deliver what you need to deliver. So that's how it's going to be, including even the content creators and all that. There will be that structure that will really help us to make sure. So we're going to assign a growth team to decide the number of virtual agencies in every African country. So it happens that if the number grows quickly, so we want a growth team which is creative, that can sit down and say, okay, fine, we think that the need in South Africa is big. The need in Lesotho could be different. The need in Botswana, Namibia, Eswatini, and other different countries, so that we can also be able to build. But the focus is, if you cannot be able to focus on a strategy of 10,000 people and above, then you're going to mess up the way you handle the free share distribution program. So that's very important. And that's why the company is going to give you a very wonderful proposal on how you can do that. And then you can add your creativity working around that, and I think that would be very, very powerful. So you know very well that our objective is to hit 3 million users by November, and we have given you the tools to be able to deliver that, and that's going to be very easy for you. The Weownomy referral program, as I told you, is now revised by you having a proposal, and in the proposal we show you a minimum of 10,000 people, how you can get them. We can even give you the selected different areas that you can be able to build those numbers very quickly, because the people are there. Yeah, rather than you spending time talking to one individual, 2 individual, 3 individual, you can talk in different kind of groups, and to really make sure you're able to do that. And that brings me back to what I shared with you the other time, whereby even the proposal, you can even target users on Facebook. You can create your Facebook page, and you can use that Facebook page to drive that traffic. You could get more than 40,000 people, 50,000 people, 60,000 people, just by letting them know how it is. It could grow viral. But I'll show you how smart you do it, the kind of information you can put on your Facebook page, and the kind of audience that you like to reach out on Facebook. That's very important. Yeah, to really structure that in that way. The same with Facebook users in South Africa, Facebook users in Botswana, and Facebook users in Eswatini, in Namibia. So that's going to be very important. And again, as here, it depends. So what we can do, other virtual agencies may not be very. Others may start to 100 to 1 million users. So the virtual agency, you can have 100 to 1 million users. But again, we want to show you how you can do it in a very creative way. We are now signing with you those agreements for all the virtual media agencies. And what we had structured with you, $60,000 and above, now it will be structured very clearly with an e-share payment system. So that's going to be working. The onboarding, we are going to work on that very creatively. And all the content creators, I've just explained to you that everything is now powerful, that now we have our new Advertisement Exchange in place. So that's amazing. Okay. So this is one of the slides that I did the other time, but it's very still special for the social media virtual agency solutions. So even you guys, you'll also have an allocated e-share payment system for the work that you do, which starts with $60,000 US dollars per month. And then because of now the tools we have given you for 3 million users, the more users, a secret for you guys, especially the social media virtual agencies, the more users that you have in your virtual agencies, the more money you're going to make. Okay? And that's how we're going to structure it. So if you have 100, yes, you still make that money. But again, the more that you have, and it's a fair game. You can get them, but again, right now you have to have the creativity to handle people very well. So that's very, very important on how you can be able to handle them. And so in the virtual media agencies, we will have businesses, we will have also individuals that are coming in, and we will also be able to handle the subscriptions there. We'll also be able to have your own branded website. And how you make the money, you'll be able to earn both ways. You'll be able to earn from the advertisement revenue exchange that comes through. And again, we're also going to align a new, unique way of how you can also earn from the subscriptions, because everything that is in the company, the platform takes 50, you take 50. So you'll be able to earn that. It's very important. And as we told you, we're introducing a Weownomy money calculator. So that will be able to show you. That's why I'm telling you, if you have more users, the money calculator will be able to show you the activities that you're doing and how much you earn. So that's very important. Okay. So as you well know, we're doing all this because we are now geared to launch in November with 3 million users. And we need to start now, strategically creative, to see how we position all those numbers. But if every of our co-owner can be able to start to think with a number of 10,000 going above, I think it will position, we can hit the 3 million even before November. And I think we have a solution for that by giving you a strategic proposal on how you can do that. It's a very creative proposal. It's not boring. It's much more visual proposal of how everything would be done and how you can sit and talk to any of the prospects out there. So talk with the target. Don't talk to just one individual. Spend 1 hour with one individual, and then you say, no, I've just got a prospect for one. No. Should be 10,000 and above. I think that would be helpful. Okay, so the 4 key areas of partnering, yes, we now have our advertisement revenue platform. We now have Muzanzi, Joburg FM, Weownomy, to try to test paid listeners, and also the television is now on board. And then we also have the Weownomy social media agencies that we have explained at great length. Now the company is going absolutely crypto, Bitcoin wallet, and digital gold coin for payments. So that means auction co-owners will be paid in crypto, and so we need all of our co-owners to be educated on how to use the crypto wallets. And we will also be later on introducing the digital gold coins, which are owned by us and which will also be critical. Content creators and listener programs, all of them will also be paid using crypto. And also, the very important thing is that crypto will be mainly our medium of payment, as well as the US bank accounts. So that's 2. And all people who want to participate will have to pay crypto for the Weownomy social media virtual agencies. So they'll have to pay an amount of 1,500 in crypto, so that they can also be onboarded and provided all that is required, branded website and stuff, for them to get ready. And that starts as fast as possible this new week. Weownomy refund policy. Yes, just for the reality of it, we decided to apply the refund policy as a measure of respect to those who want their money back, because we thought that we'll also be able to establish more trust and more discipline as we go ahead, because we know most of the people have experienced a lot of scams with other projects. And so we thought it would be very important to also strike that balance to make sure that when someone feels he wants out, we're able to do that. And just because today I was very busy, but I'm going to finalize most of those refunds concentration tomorrow, so that we make our people happy as they go. And many other people asking me how do they come back and stuff. So the board has not thought about that, because now what we're thinking is mostly the most important thing that we're doing right now, which is critical, and at the later stage we can think and see. So the awareness of it all is that Weownomy is a new non-public social media site that will command billions of dollars in private trading and income social media platform that rewards users for using it. Meaning that even when we go on the stock exchange, we have applied for technical listing, means that still our shares are private. We want to control them, and we want to make sure that we don't just quickly go on New York Stock Exchange or those major where a whole disruption will come. So we want to make sure that we give the benefit of many users who can come globally before we go full swing public. So technical listing is still like a private trading, okay? The company's revenue will be through its advertising network with the newly launched Weownomy Ad Exchange. And the action is to allow you to profit from the multi-billion-dollar social media market. And with that, I'll just to try to make that presentation a little bit shorter, and I'm happy to hear from you guys and to take your questions and to just let you understand that everything is great. So thank you very much, and happy to hear from you, and hope you're excited with what is happening. Thank you very much. Nadel Tebeli.
Ndare Peter.
Yes, I've just completed my presentation, and I think it is great that we've just finished.
Yes, Nadel. Let's take questions from our shareholders. I'll try to unmute the first two, and then we take the questions. Let's also try to limit the questions. At least you can ask 2 questions to allow others to also ask their questions, because I can see we have so many hands, around 36 or so. Yes, you can ask your question.
Hello there. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, great stuff, hey? Very excited to be part of this magnificent change. It's Annabella here, situated in Roodepoort, and I just want to ask you, the Class D shares, are they available already?
Yes, as according to my official launch today, yes, they are available. And
so we can start signing our 10,000 members.
Yeah, you can start signing them.
Okay. Also, I would request, is it possible if I can just perhaps get hold of Mr. Letebele?
Nadel Tebeli is available.
Yes, I'm on the line, May. You can talk.
I can speak. Okay. All right. So I wanted to speak to you privately with regards to something that I had in mind, seeing that, you know, people might be listening to also my idea.
Okay, I know. Let me do it this way. But I think you have my number. You can call. Yeah, you can call me on WhatsApp,
so
or
you
can
get
call me directly.
10,000 running as soon as possible. What I also wanted to find out from you guys, so let's say a member signs the what are the free shares, the Class D. Let's say they sign up, and then before the launch, then they decide to buy either Class B or Class C. Would that be doable?
Yes, absolutely. They can be able to buy Class C or Class B. Absolutely. So,
yeah, because obviously they are going to see probably our proof of payments, and they'll be drawn now to say, no, we're not going to wait for the launch. We can rather buy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, we're flexible. That option is there. They can be able to buy.
Okay, just one more last question. I don't want to waste time. From a business perspective, I know that you guys have not launched the Class A shares. Am I correct?
Yeah, Class A shares.
Okay. So the maximum on Class B shares, if I can get the correct figure, what is it, please?
The maximum of Class. Okay. So we depend mostly on the minimum. So that's maybe 100,000 shares, but you can buy as much above even 100,000 shares.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fantastic. Please, Mr. Letebele, can you just reach out to me?
Yes, I will do so. I will do so, man. I can pick your contacts on there. But you can contact me even now. If you can just send a WhatsApp message on my phone, I will then schedule a call with you. Then I can hear what you have to say. Thank you very much.
I thank you so much for the opportunity. Okay, we can't wait.
Yes, thank you very much. Let's take another shareholder. I have people also who have unmuted. Hello? Hello?
Hello, how are you? Hi, how are you?
I'm good,
how
and
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, you're speaking to Sizagele.
Yes.
My question, the ladies already asked about the free shares of Class D. I want to know, does it have any age restriction?
No, it doesn't have any age restriction. You can buy them for your kids, provided you are the guardian. So you will be the one who is responsible for that account. And yeah, it goes like that. So there's no age restriction.
So where you upload the ID copies, what should I use? The birth
You can
certificate?
use, birth certificate.
Okay. The other query that I have, it's about the education about our shares, because we are new about the shares, we don't understand the shares. How can you bring on board that we get educated?
Oh. So what we're going to do, we're going to offer you some comprehensive document just to help you understand, especially that's what I was talking about, providing guidance to all the people who are coming through. So we can provide you a small proposal, but again, if you also want just a simpler one, just to let you understand what it is, we can also develop that for the, for your purpose to, to understand the whole different categories of shares and what it means. Yeah, definitely we'll do that, because now I think with the focus of the Class D free shares, we want to really make sure that people really get to understand the whole business model and the concept, and so that by the time we launch, many people can really clearly appreciate what we're really building here together with you guys.
Because I think that's why it brings a problem or question. People, they're hurrying up to getting paid. At least if you get the basic understanding, how's it auction, how do you sell the shares, how do you mean when you say it shares, you sell it by 72 rands and something like that. So we get those basic understanding, education of how the shares runs in the business.
Absolutely, we're going to do that. I was supposed to share my official letter, but I'll also use that official letter to really explain to people. By tomorrow, at least people can be able to really understand what it is. So I thought it would be important to just have the presentation first, and then now I can summarize the presentation in a well-written, simple way for people to, or owners to understand the concept much better.
Okay, sorry to take you back. In the free shares, it doesn't have any limits. How many people do you bring?
No, we said the minimum is even 10,000. If you are, 10,000 and above.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. CEO and Mr. Litabele.
Sure.
Thank you
very much. Let's take another question.
A very good evening. Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm raising a hand. Thank you, sir. My name is Regina Masilela. A very good evening, Mr. CEO and Mr. Litabele.
Thank you. Happy to hear from you.
Thank you very much, sir. My name is Regina Masilela from Swaziland, Eswatini.
Wow, that's great.
Thank you so much. I'm mother to Kalisile and Sibongile Skonza. Those are my daughters.
Ah, Sibongile.
Yes, Baba, thank you very much. I'd really like to appreciate the very good presentation that you've given us, Mr. CEO.
Yes.
This was very enlightening. And I think I have a lot of good stuff that I have upon my sleeve.
Yes.
I'd like to have maybe, a private conversation with either you, Mr. CEO, or Mr. Litabele.
Yeah.
One other thing that I'd like to find out, it's about, okay, because I already had a number of my people. I had more than 30 of my people. But what I would like to know right now is, would I have a new account to sign my other people on? Because I had already reached the more than 30, and I already have more than 30 people on standby that would love to join in.
Yes.
Yes, I wanted to join them in, so we had to wait for the new USA account That's what I'm waiting for, Mr. CEO. So I'd like to really appreciate you. And one other thing that you enlightened me on was on the standard proposal document.
Yes, yes.
Yes, because that one also would assist us with the content without us going all over the place or be on the spot, but, you know, being creative as well as not, you know, throwing them in the bush, because we would like them to understand what Weownomy is and what it's going to bring to them.
Absolutely, because yeah, you're right. I've seen that there's been a lot of confusion with many people coming in the group, and then they're saying my applier does not help me and stuff. So now when we have all of the many other new people coming in, especially with the free shares, it will be very important, at least when they have an organized team. So if they come and join on any of the networkers that are coming through, they should see all of them at least organized, and that's the purpose of that standard proposal, which is like an educational one, and it's just made in a way to to train you quickly.
Peter?
Yes.
Peter?
Yes,
there is another recording that is playing from behind. I'm not sure if it's on my side. Oh, okay. Sorry, it was. I'm also broadcasting through the YouTube, so it was a noise from that. Okay, we can now take another question. There was that confusion but I didn't realize that the YouTube is also playing on the other side. Can we take another question?
My name is Maponso Mupedi from Germiston in South Africa.
Thank you.
Mine is not a question as such. Before listening to this brilliant presentation, I was a bit skeptical. And for now, I am positive. I think I'm going to work on this one. The reason why I was skeptical, I joined on the 10th of July with Class B. I still don't have certificate. I wrote email and I don't get my certificate. And I also joined with the other one for 1,000 rand, which I got the certificate. So I want to know what do I do in that case?
And that
on which platform did you on which platform did you register?
Sorry?
On which platform did you register for the Class B? The Weownomy or the AEX?
Weownomy. Both of them are on Weownomy.
Oh,
no.
So you registered.
It could be AEX because I saw it on the, but I was a bit confused. So I'm still waiting for my certificate.
Your name is Mema Mopedi?
Yes, Maponso Mopedi.
Or Mopedi, not
Mopedi
not
with
Mam.
L-I, yeah. Mopedi I wrote an email to Mamuketi.
Your account seemed to be
never
active, but let me check. Okay, I'll try to go through the account and then see maybe why you haven't got the certificate, but it should be ready.
Thank you, but the presentation was excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
The certificate, I'll pass it to my team to act on it right now. Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are speaking to Peggy from Limpopo. Thank you so much for the detailed presentation. You know, every time, CEO, when you are on the platform and sharing your presentation, you know, it shows, you know, how much passionate you are on making sure that our lives change. And I'm really, really grateful of what you are doing for us. It is a wonderful opportunity for each and every one of us. And I wish that everybody could be seeing, you know, your vision and run with it. because it's like what you always say, that this is a game changer.
Yes.
Also,
I've got two questions and a comment. I'll first start with the comment. Firstly, I would then request that the FAQs should be updated because of most of the things that have been shared with us. When you look at the FAQs, it's still outdated. And I would also request that the tickets that people have created. I know during the previous presentation that you highlighted that you have a turnaround time of 3 working days, but it seems like, you know, there's a bit of delay. So I would request that if you can just try to, you know, push it so that people can receive the updates of their tickets that they have sent out. Now, my question, we have people that are lined out that want to become shareholders on both Class C and Class B shares. And I am aware what the CEO has shared with us now to say that you would be paying in Bitcoin and yes, in Bitcoin. But now those that want to register, which account are we going to utilize? Can we still use the FNB account or what?
Oh, I'm just going to share the Bitcoin address in my letter in the morning. I'll be able to, let's say around 10 or 11, I'll be able to share with the group, so you'll be able to see that. So I'll actually repost the US account and also the Bitcoin address that you can be able to use. So because now we just want to go exclusively with the crypto payments. The reason for that is our payments on the 18th are going to be quite a lot, and wouldn't want all of our co-owners to have issues with their banks. So at least if they have most of their payments in crypto, then they can drive a portion of whatever amount they want on their local accounts, but at least some minimum, rather than having all your payments paid out. And then, you know, currently the way our business model is, there's going to be quite a lot that goes to our co-owners. And so we would like at least them to be safe, have the money in the crypto wallets. And as we really build that kind of an understanding with most of our governments, for now, I'll just provide that. And then you'll be able to get the information tomorrow for the Bitcoin address and also the bank account, which I'd shared before, but I can reshare.
Okay, no, thanks. We would really appreciate. And then one last question. CEO, you highlighted that the value of the shares will go up to $34. But now I want to find out in regard to the number of shares to be auctioned. Remember in your previous letter, you highlighted that for July, those that have started on Class C, for July, you'll auction 160 shares. For August, it will be 260 shares, and so forth, up until the 6th month, where now the number of the shares will be stable. Is it still going to happen that way or not? And then maybe before you respond, CEO, I know that there's still a lot of other people that need to ask questions. Can I please also have a meeting with you privately in regards to my proposal that I'm having?
I think the best meeting can be if you can send me a Zoom meeting, and then you just tell me, okay, you just send on a CEO at Weownomy.global, you just put Zoom meeting, and then I'll be able to attend the meeting.
Okay, no, thank you. I will do that. So you can just answer me on the number of shares to be auctioned. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Sorry, my response on the number of shares, is it still going to be the same, the 160, the 260, or
Yeah.
before you go
Yeah,
to the
it will
next
be the
question?
same. Yeah, it will be the same, but now it will be paid at 34.58 instead of $5.
Okay, no, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Lutabele. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good.
Yes. My name is Florence from Bloemfontein.
Glad to hear from you, Florence.
Yo, Mr. CEO, I am super excited about today's presentation.
Wow, happy to hear so.
Mr. Lutabele and Mr. CEO, you know what happened on that day when we were sending the list of our people
Yes.
to the company? I did send my list, but there was a list of people who joined before we can have the referral links.
Okay.
I did send the list, but I only find out yesterday that the list of the people who joined before the referral links, it didn't went through.
Oh.
It was on the draft, but I did the tickets, but I don't know whether I will get help or not because they are not yet added on my dashboard.
No, if you send an email, we will definitely handle that. If you can send it on the network list, is it? Yeah, that email of the networkers, and then you can just set that. They will definitely respond that to update the list that you have.
I did resend it to networkers list email yesterday, but it says it's that email is not yet found. It's not found on. I don't know whether is it closed or not.
Oh, what about if you send? Okay, if you can send it to me, then I can redirect it definitely.
Okay, on which email, CEO?
Yeah, CEO@weownomy.global or CEO@AEXSouthAfricaLimited.co.za.
Yo, I'm super excited, CEO. We are going to run starting from tonight.
Thank you.
Thank
Hello.
you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good, man.
I'm Elizabeth Sikalane from South Africa.
That's
I've
great.
got just a few questions. The other one is the one that the previous speaker has asked about the people that are not appearing on your numbers. And very crucial one that I've been sending to the emails is about my husband, that the ID number was written wrongly and he doesn't have a share certificate. And then the third one is that for virtual agency, can I really share the proposal with you, because I've got something that I'm super excited about it.
Yes.
Then the fourth one is, when we do this advertisement, can I do something like, if I don't make a video, can I do something like a poem?
Absolutely. I've been receiving a lot of poems. That one is possible.
Okay, all right. And I think Mr. Litevele is going to help us tomorrow, because really we want to push the business, but there are lots of people that we have sent that are not appearing to our numbers. Yes, it's only yesterday that I saw that my number is 30, whereas I finished my 30 before, I think, when I was 10 days in the business. But for a long time, I was having only 24 people. and I've been sending messages and messages. From the 30 that I have people that are not appearing. And to my surprise, I think last week, Saturday, I pushed to more people, but I signed 3 people. 2 are also waiting even now. There are no certificates. It's saying not yet ready from last week. And the 3rd one just vanished. I don't know what to do anymore.
Okay, what we're going to do.
Peter, on that, I think as we propose that tomorrow we will organize a session that will deal directly with all the the questions of I'm quite aware of number of people who do not appear under the upline and all that. I think we can reserve those kind of questions, some technical questions with regard to the system. I think we should reserve them for tomorrow's meeting and try to focus our questions on the presentation. I understand it's very important. It's very frustrating for other people when you are working so hard and you don't see the progress on your dashboard. I understand that. I'm fully aware of it. And tomorrow, like I said, I will have the team on a standby to immediately, when you push your list, when you push for all those issues, some people who are saying the certificate is not ready, I think all that we will be able to work on them, because what we said is in order for your certificate to be ready, to be available on time, if you register and push your proof of payment, you upload it, then we are able to process it quickly. But if we don't find the proof of payment, then we have a problem. Again, there is another issue of increasing number of people, the Class C people who registered under Class B, and it's yesterday when I was checking, it was over 500 people or so who registered under Class B, and when you check the proof of payments, they actually did Class C. So it's a lot of work of transferring those people to the correct class. So all those things we will cover them tomorrow. So we are very aware of that, and we'll try also to speed up the processing of the tickets. We have more hands now that are working on the help desk to make sure that everything is just fine.
Thank you, Mr. Litebele, but really, because it's frustrating. Thank you. I will also send my proposal to you, sir, Mr. CEO, so that I can have a way forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Ndana Peter. Hello, Ndana Tabale.
I'm good. How are you, Mama?
I'm good. I've been listening very attentively to the presentation, and I think I'm quite impressed. And especially also to the improvements on our dashboards. I think that is quite a good work that has been done there. Yes. But now my question is with regard to, first of all, the ad, is it the ad agency, what do you call it? Like
yes.
People now have to submit their content creations, like for is it closed already, or because I heard that you were already working on the contracts or agreement.
No, the advertisement, I mean, the virtual agencies are now open for everyone, but the reason we are providing that proposal is just to help everyone to know what exactly it is, and then the proposal will start with 10,000 people and above that you really need to focus on. So it's open to everyone because of the number of people who are coming. So we have only 25,000 shareholders, so imagine 3 million who are coming. That means most of the shareholders really need to take part and participate. And we need to prepare them in a way that each one of them, at least, they can be able to understand how we can really talk one language. So after the proposal, we'll be able to even have Skypes whereby we just are able to follow up and see what really they're doing out there. So it's going to be a lot of work because a lot of people will now be coming through.
So what does it mean? Does it mean that you are still going to be providing those templates and when and how soon? Because I think that issue is very urgent, especially when it comes to
the template will be available by tomorrow in a draft format, so we can share with people.
Yes.
And we're going to have a separate email for the virtual agencies so that we can know how many people are interested, and then we can direct the templates to them.
And now actually, since you have answered the question that I was going to ask, my first one was regarded to the content creators. Yes, because I was saying, because you had already mentioned that you are working on the contracts for those that have already submitted. So I was saying that is the door still open for the new ones that are still be coming?
Yes, absolutely. The content creators are just coming. I mean, it's as many people as possible who want to come through, definitely.
Yes. Okay. And okay, again, on the issue of the dashboards, on the news tab, is it possible that you can also upload the previous communications that have been posted much earlier? Because like sometimes it's hard to find them along those many other messages that have come along. Because I saw you had made examples of 2. So is it possible that you can go back and upload even the other ones, especially for those people who had not even joined Weownomy at the time that those communications were issued?
Okay, we will do that. We'll try to to capture some important announcements that were made, so that people who just came in then can be able to to go through them and then get important information.
And also, please, I just forgot, this is a very small one. I saw that you had uploaded the agreements for the Class B shareholders. And like, I don't know whether like we did much earlier, are they supposed to download, print, notarize, and then upload again? Or is it okay the way they are?
Agreement for Class B.
For Class B shares, yeah, for Class B shareholders.
Yes, I think for the people who can be able to notarize, they can still notarize, but it isn't compulsory now that we have people who cannot easily access the notary service. So it's just signing and initializing for now will be okay, I think. But we will try to find another security feature to maybe include it there. But for now, yes, you need to download the agreement and sign it. It is very important that you initialize all the pages and then sign, and then you can upload it on your dashboard again.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. Let's take another.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you so much. I'd like to say hello, sir.
Greetings. How are you?
Thank you so much. This is Regina. I'm coming back, but thank you very much, Mr. CEO and Mr. Litabele. Most questions were taken away from my mouth, but I'm happy that most of them were clearly outlined and you removed all the gray areas. I'd like to say thank you very much. Maybe if I could just get the email of the CEO where you said it was CEO at
Weownomy.global. .global, Weownomy.global, CEO at Weownomy.global. Then the other one is CEO at AEX South Africa Limited.co.za.
.co.za. Thank you so much, Mr. CEO. I'd like to say thank you very much. Thank you.
Peter.
Yes.
Yeah, on the issue of the email, I realized that every now and then, the space on the emails is always running out. People are sending a lot of messages in there. I think I'll try to create another email for you whereby people who want to contact you directly, they can go through that one, so that the official ones for other communication, because I'm afraid people will start sending their complaints through that email and flood it, and then we end up missing important information, like it just happened a few days ago, whereby now we even missed some important things. But I'll try to work on that to make sure that you have a dedicated email where people can reach you through that one, not the office, the CEO email. Okay, let's take another.
Peter, hello.
Hello. Hi, how
are you?
I'm good. How
Great,
are you?
thanks. How are you?
I'm great.
Thanks. This is Sandy. I would like to quickly get to the issue of the the Bitcoin. I'm very much aware about how the cryptocurrency works, but I think a lot of people don't understand how it actually works. So will there be an option to choose if you want to be paid in Bitcoins and then maybe use a bank account, or people will have to open up their Bitcoin accounts as quickly before the payment comes through? So some of us who qualify as the virtual agency can help those people to open up Bitcoin accounts. That's the first question. The second question is with regards to the password reset. Can there be that an easy or simpler way of just requesting your email? I mean, send a link to your email to reset your password. I think that's another issue that we're having that is delaying the process.
Okay, yeah. I think for the second one, the Delta will reply, but for the first one, I think it would be advisable preferably to really use the crypto payment initially, so that we don't have issues with shareholders complaining that maybe they may have issues, because with the banks, there's an amount that they will accept, and that there's an amount that they will start to really question you quite a lot. So we are thinking, why don't you have it on crypto? Then possibly you can transfer whatever amount that you would like to transfer in your local banks, preferably a smaller amount that you think that they will not have problems with questioning you quite a lot, than putting a lot of pressure initially with your first payment, and you have a lot of money being taken to an account, and it will now bring a lot of frustration. But at least we want to make sure, if it's easier, let most of our co-owners have the crypto wallets, and then later on, as we develop, we can see how it is. But I think that would be very helpful to really help as many people to really get their crypto wallets earlier on.
Okay, so meaning right now on our back office, we will have an option where you save your Bitcoin wallet, where you get payment through.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But there's no option for a bank payment, or I mean, for I think for a lot of people, they're gonna struggle with that. That is my concern.
Yeah, and this you also need to have a team of different people to really help out, or maybe videos and stuff like that can really educate people. I think that will also be critical, because it's also a challenging area that most of our people have never really used. But I think we need to have some kind of education on how people can use it.
I think on the issue of people who maybe have a difficulty in creating those wallets, we will do it the same way we always do it. We will do a number of videos where we will try to explain it simply, in easier steps that even everyone can do. There was a time when we talked of PayPal, and some people did find it difficult, but eventually many people managed to create that. I am trying to
Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, Nada.
Yeah,
Yes,
my name
please.
is Tony. I just want to find out something from the CEO quickly. For the people that are able to pay, thank you for the Class D shares, but for the people that are able to pay, are they going to be included in the auctions that are coming on the 18th and thereafter before the November auction, or will they have to wait for the November auctions? And also,
no, they will be included. They will definitely be included. The ones of November are for the free ones, but from now until November, those ones who are willing to pay.
Okay, I will also request that the 3 million shares that you have given free, for some of us, it's too little. We need some more shares than that. Thank you.
It's not 3 million. It's 1.5 billion shares.
Oh, it's a 1.5. Okay, now I'm comfortable with that.
1.5 billion shares for 3 million people.
Yes, for 3 million people. No. I mean the 1.5 billion shares. The 3 million people, I feel, is still a small number if we are looking for the whole of Africa, because some of us
what will happen?
Yes.
What will happen? We can be able to open up as many possible. Yeah. So definitely, let us first see how fast these ones go. Then we can definitely. It's going to be our strategy until we hit 2.5 billion users.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Evening.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, this is Subonyo. I'm calling from Botswana.
Great.
Yeah, just a word of advice, Mr. Letebele. Please, when you allow people to ask questions, look also at where they are coming from. Don't just give same people an opportunity to talk. Some are even coming twice when other people have been raising their hands for too long. Now, my question is, Mr. CEO, you were talking about the 10,000 now minimum that people should be able to bring in. How about the 100 that you initially talked about, where if you hit 100, you'll be able to get a certain amount of bonus? So does it mean 100 is not applicable anymore?
No, it is applicable for those ones who have hit it before this official announcement, but now because of the new arrangement with Class D, we would like at least to have a strategy that is different from the previous networking approach that had, started at 30 and then it went to 100. But now this one will now be the official way of going forward, because it offers you an easier way of getting people on board, and will assist you to show you how you can do it.
Okay.
But for those ones who have hit 100 and those ones who had hit 30 and we have confirmed them, we will compensate them. But now, going forward with the launch of the Class D, we would like at least people to focus on quite a number of people. At least 10,000 should be the minimum going forward.
Okay. I have a very serious issue that I want you to help me with. Maybe I will bring it tomorrow. I gave my upline some money to register some people on my behalf because we still don't know how to register. And she was given the money on the 4th and 7th, trying to beat the 8th deadline. But up to today, she's telling me that she sent the money through PayPal to the company, and the company is still keeping her in a queue. Now you can imagine, people gave me their money from the 4th to the 7th up to today. They still don't have any accounts. And now I don't know what to tell them, because I'm not even in a position to tell whether this money has been sent or not. So how am I going to be able to talk to these people? Because they are obviously waiting for their double pay in August, but they are not there in the system.
Yeah, what I think they can do is please do register them. And then maybe tomorrow you can send me the list of all those who paid. If they paid through PayPal, I can go into the PayPal account and approve their payments. But in terms of registering, they can go ahead and register on the POP details there. their default values, they can just save, and then we can update the details later when we have retrieved their the proof of payments. But for now, yes, they can just go ahead and register so that they are there in the system.
Okay, no, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you
Hello.
very much.
Hello, Mr.
Okay, before you ask your question, that when I'm trying to unmute people here, it's not easy to see where somebody is coming from. I can only see the names. So let's try to, if you have asked your question, don't just come again. Let's try to give others a chance. I know we have a lot of questions, but we'll have another session where you can be able to ask a question. That you can go ahead, Njabulo.
Yes, thank you, Mr. CEO. My name is Jabur. I'm from Eswatini. My question is, I'm still new here. Actually, it's my first day in here. I was given this Zoom meeting ID, and then I attended. So now I want to register myself. Please share me your website link so that I register. Especially, I want to register for the Class D, since you were specifying it, that is the free for now, and then later on I'll join the other classes.
Yes, I will share that on the chats. You can be able to get the link on the chats. It's simple. It's weownomymembers.global.
Okay.
The link weownomymembers.global. I've just shared that on the chat.
Okay, yes, now I see.
Yes, thank you very much. Let's take another question.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes, that's
yes. For someone who was in a certain class when the forward-thinking generosity shares were given out, and now he wants to go to another class, let's say maybe from class C, then now to class B. Does that someone qualify for class B forward-thinking generosity shares? And then now my second question is on coins. There's this letter that said that when a listing at SEDEX is made, there will be some coins. For example, class C, there will be an additional 106 annual coins worth of some amount of money. So my question is that a separate money? And if so, how is its payout made? Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely separate. You have actually highlighted something which I had not included in the presentation. I should have included it. So yes, that one is separate, but that one now comes as soon as we have the coins being made. But initially, what will happen is that you first get your cash out from the auction, and then we are preparing to make sure that those coins will be made available. We have a team in South Africa which made our very first coins of AEX gold coin. But again, we have another team in Liechtenstein, which is in Europe, that we will also be able to develop that. But again, we have, apart from that, we have a very separate digital gold coin on blockchain. An international team in the US said it will take 3 weeks to have that operational. So once that comes through, then your revenue will come through, because we intend to use the Bitcoins for at least maybe the first payment, but the next payment, we would like to really make sure that we use our own digital gold coin. So that's where the whole payment benefits will be really aligned. So to be precise, that one should be in September, but for August, it will be mainly the Bitcoin wallet to start with.
Okay.
So in September, those additional advantages that have been detailed in the letter will definitely come to you, because now we'll shift most of our people from the Bitcoins to our own digital gold coin as a payment system.
Okay, so the payments for that separate payment, does it come monthly?
Yeah, it comes monthly. What happens is it's sold per year. It's sold like once in a year, and then we divide the amounts in a monthly arrangement.
Okay, so I also had I had a question, another question about upgrading.
You have asked your questions, sir.
I asked two.
The first one of people who migrate from the class C to class B. Yes, when you change from class C to class B, you will get the free shares that are given to the class B shareholders. So the policy still applies if you upgrade your account. I just want to limit the number of questions, because now I'm going through the charts here and people are saying, we have so many hands. Yes, thank you very much. That you will have another chance to ask your question. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Ma'am.
Thank you, Ntate. Ke boka dikgomo bahale ba kgabane. I'm just saying, evening, my fellow warriors. Ntate Letebele, le Ntate Seakamele, Ntate Peter. The first, you know what's happening? The first thing that comes in my mind when I am supposed to call your first name is Seakamele. Not. I find it hard. I hope you're not offended. Honestly, I hope you're not offended. Always when I'm trying to pronounce your first name, the first name that comes in my mind is Seakamela.
You can ask your question. It's not a problem. Thank you.
Let me tell you what I think about Weownomy in only six lines. Can I? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm saying Weownomy is a fortress to protect all the nation from the ever-blowing winds of changes. It has been implemented to expand global economy, to soothe wounds and bruises caused by capitalism, to fulfill its non-stop challenge of promoting financial freedom for all people to benefit and prosper. So I didn't send my poem through the email that we were given, because I wanted to specifically write the one that focuses on launching. So I don't know. I heard that something is going to happen on Tuesday. I don't know what to do. Can I send this poem through email as it is before I recite it? I record it.
Yes, ma'am. You can send that through the email that was provided. Okay. Yeah. When you send it there, if you have another question, you'll be able to respond from there. We can take another.
Yes. Good evening, CEO
Hello.
and all members.
Can you hear me? Hello. I'm still talking, Ma'am. Hello, Ma'am. I'm still talking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, again. The question was on why you can send the poem, and yes, we said you can send it through the email. You can record it and send it through the email that was provided. If you have another question, can you please ask it quickly so that we?
No, please. Thank you.
Hello.
But one thing that I did in that little bit. But one thing that I did, I just want to talk to you tomorrow, because now people are many, and if it's possible, in that. Hello.
I didn't get that.
Good
Hello.
evening.
I'm saying I would like to talk to you tomorrow because today now it's this you know, people I want to talk this thing that I don't know what to call it. Can I call you tomorrow, Daddy?
Yes, we will have another session tomorrow where we can you'll be able to ask your questions, and then I will be having my team to attend to all the questions that will be coming up. So I just want to allow people who have questions on the presentation. Yes, tomorrow we can be able to talk.
Good evening. Hello, I'm calling from Lesotho.
Can you hear me?
I would like to have just one question, but in two folds. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello, a quick one. Hello.
Okay, yes, can you please ask your question?
Hello. Hello.
Okay, now we have a lot of people who are talking from the background, and we cannot hear them. Okay, let me try to unmute other people, because now yes, yeah, you can ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, please ask your question.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Yes, please ask your question.
Yes, just a quick one. I would like to ask whether, noting that the updates will now be on the Weownomy platform, whether we can leave the WhatsApp group, because there's just too much traffic on the WhatsApp, and rely on the platform for updates. Thanks.
Yes, yeah, well, we will make sure that every post that is official from either the CEO or from the team will be posted there. So if you can just visit the website, then you will be updated with all the latest information that has been shared. So if you're not comfortable in the groups, we have now made an easier way to be kept updated in terms of the presentations or the announcements that are important from the CEO. Even the attachments and all that, you'll be able to access them there. Thank you very much. I just want to filter maybe the new people who haven't asked questions at all. Can you have somebody else to ask a question?
Hello.
Yes, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Yes, can you please ask a question?
I have joined for, I think it was on the 24th of June. Yes, but till today I'm still unable to log in. I have sent numerous calls to your emails and the likes, still no help.
Which platform did you register? The AEX or the Weownomy?
No, Weownomy.
Did you register for class B or C?
I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I was just asking whether you registered for class B or class C.
Class C.
For class B.
Class C, the 1,001.
Oh, but with the class C, immediately when you register, you are automatically granted access. I thought it was class B, whereby now you will need to be activated. The class C, they are activated immediately upon registering. So maybe it's a problem that you can. Yes, ma'am.
The problem was that I have two accounts. The first one is mine, the other one is my son's. But with my son's, when I registered, I was the lady who helped me with the registration used the same email address. So we are unable to access the second account because we have the same email address now.
Please, let's reserve it. Let's reserve that for we requested that tomorrow we have another session that will be directly dedicated for issues like this, and it will be.
Can I also suggest something for tomorrow's session? Maybe you have two sessions because I hear that there are many people with group questions and there are many people with a single question like I do, like I have now. Mine is only a single case. So maybe can you split the meetings into two?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Dr. Peter, two questions.
Hello.
One, do you have a link for payment?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear
Internet
me?
banking?
Hello.
Dr. Peter, do you have a link for internet
Can you
banking?
hear me?
Yes,
we
can hear you.
Okay. Can I go ahead?
Yes, please do go ahead.
Okay, my name is Tepiso. I'm from Johannesburg. I just want some clarity regarding the number of people that needs to be registered for Class D shares. Remember, we were told that if you didn't manage to register 30 people, you can register 100, but I now hear 10,000. Can you please clarify the difference? And also need to know that if you get 100 people, will you pay the $60,000 US monthly? What is happening again with the 10,000 regarding that? Thank you.
Hello.
I think that question was answered of the 10,000 and the 100 people and the 30 people. I think it was answered. The CEO did say that if you met the minimum 30 that was given earlier, you should have sent your list to the email that was provided. And those who also reached the 100, they can also do that. But from now on, now with the implementation of the Class D, it will then require that you now reach out to 10,000. That is just to say, now that we want to close the 3 million target, then it means we should now increase the targets. There are people who are asking on the charts here. I'm just trying to search through here to see people who haven't asked questions at all. Can we please have another question while
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The
hello.
question is, do you have a link?
Yes, can I please ask something? Hello, can you hear me, Tate? Hello, Tate Lendabele. Tate Lendabele, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you very much for the question for this opportunity. My name is Ndeli Kanjongo from Namibia, and I just want to ask. I have one question and one suggestion. My first question is that is for the networkers now who reached the 30 people. It is a question that I've been reading. Everyone is writing and want to hear. I want to find out, those that reach 30 people before the 5th of July, when will they sign the agreement and when will they get paid?
I think the CEO just said that starting from Tuesday, people will be able to get their agreements, and I think I do believe that on the agreements it will state clearly how the issue of the payments will be handled. We have just announced that there is a challenge with the banks when we can say we can process their payments the same way we did with other people who were picked during the piloting. But now that we are going to have the Bitcoin wallets, then it means that might be the way out. So immediately when the company has created the wallet, and then we are able to share that, we are able to process start processing the payments, then that will be it. I think the agreements will state all those details clearly, and everybody who actually qualify, and we have verified that they have got those, they have met the requirements, then it will be they will still get the promised payouts. I think that still hold.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, I want to ask another question. Still there, and I want to find out now, since they will still get their agreements. How will the agreements be sent to us, to the emails, or would we need to request it, or what now exactly?
Yes, we have extracted the people who sent their list through the network has list email. We have their names and their emails and all that. So when we prepare the agreements, those people, you'll get it. You can even get it on your dashboard. We can upload it on your dashboard, and then also we can share it through the emails that we have extracted. So in the issue of the distribution will be simple because we have your emails. We also have the dashboards where we can upload your agreements. So that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, because my list was not sent to the email. I sent it to the CEO and one of the officials, but then it was replied. I'm happy I got my 2,000. I got my 2,000 for reaching the 30s, but my list was not sent on the email. Can I still send it, or is it fine like that? Was it noted?
Yes, please do send it so that they can also capture your details on the list of people we are preparing the agreements for.
Okay, and I just want my suggestion.
Can I have another question?
My suggestion is that
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I just want to give my suggestion. My suggestion is that can we at least have an information session or a question session every week or every day just to ask questions, because we have to spend so many hours on the meeting because of the questions. Can we at least, can you guys at least bring up something like a question and answer session or something like that, just to accommodate all the questions?
Yes, that is very important. A tip that I think we should look out to have a session like that. Maybe we can schedule it, say maybe Fridays or Saturdays, just so that on the meetings like this one, then we don't now have to go until midnight to try to ask to answer all the questions. I think it's very brilliant suggestion. We'll try to implement that. But starting from tomorrow, when we try to respond to the questions and all that, we'll try to make it maybe on a weekly basis until maybe we have answered a lot of questions.
Looking
yes,
thank you very much.
That is given to implement the 1,000. Can you kindly convey the message to the CEO to reconsider? It's a huge step from 100. We were approaching 100. Now it is now being extended to 1,000. Can we at least get a grace? 1,000, rather 100 to 10,000. So can you at least negotiate on our behalf? It's a huge step and the notice is immediate. Can we have a grace period to work towards the 10,000? Already we were working towards reaching and completing 100. Now, immediately within the process, we have been changed. Secondly, you promised to work on a link where we can make payments via, like you make internet payments normally on a bank website or a client website. How soon can that be? Looking at most of our prospects are not conversant with the use of crypto payments. Thank you.
On the issue of people who were on their journey towards the 100 target, yeah, I think that they will still be allowed to, to be part of the virtual agency. That will make an announcement on that. I'm trying to get hold of the CEO. Just that. Okay. On the issue of the card payments that I talked about the other time in our meeting, we have initiated the process of getting one. It's just that we only realized after we initiated it that there are a number of things that needed to be addressed. We don't just need the payment gateway, but we need also the payment processor. So the process is already at the advanced stage, whereby by next week I think we will have a clear report that we can give to the shareholders, because also we needed to have some sort of a pre-approval with the banks. So it was a bit of a process. I thought it would be easy, but after we initiated it, we realized that it needed quite a number of things for that to be set up. So now that we are targeting to collect the payments worldwide, but if we were targeting several countries, it would be easy. But now that we want to accept the payments from everybody wherever they are, then it requires several things which we have already submitted and waiting for the response from the service providers. We are aware that many people are not quite conversant with the digital, with the bitcoins and all that, but we will work on it. We'll try to educate our people, and then when we have our platforms ready, then we can now start doing things our way. There are lots and lots of questions here. I'm just trying to
Good evening.
hello.
Good evening. Yeah, good evening, Adetebele.
Good evening. That you are not very clear.
Yeah, I'm saying good evening, CEO. Yeah, you are. Ishmael Atik, the Cameroonian guy that came last week.
We cannot hear you clearly. It's like you are far from your mic or something like that.
No, sorry, I'm Ishmael Atik, the Cameroonian guy that came to talk last week with the CEO about. He said he was to add me about the IT team, because I got two WhatsApp groups even right now. They are sending messages, and the other phone I told them I'm on Zoom, so I can give them the feedback, because most of them they can't join the Zoom meeting. So I got a lot of patients to ask as well. Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. I'm not sure if it is my mic, but everybody who asks their questions, I can hear their questions, but maybe you can try the chats and make a direct message to me, and then I will be able to answer. I cannot hear you. I'm sorry.
Evening, Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. And how are you?
Thank you. Can you please ask your question?
Thank you. I registered on a C class. Then later, a week later, I upgraded to B class. But now when I have to register on the dashboard of B class, the system couldn't allow me. So I sent a message to the support desk to please help me. I don't know how, maybe, can you please help me? Maybe you will activate me on your side. Hello?
Yeah, on that one, I did make a request that as such those questions we have a session tomorrow. I understand it is something that we can quickly do in a matter of a minute or so, but for now we cannot. While we are taking the questions, we cannot be able to attend that. So please. Let's reserve those for tomorrow, and then we can be able to resolve them on the spot. If you have a question.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Evening, Dr.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, mine is
Hello.
a quick one. I registered on the 25th of June on Class B AEX, but to date I don't have a certificate.
Yeah, the issue of the certificates in Class B, we are going to we are going to update that. You should be able to get the certificates. Like I said, we have scheduled the tomorrow's meeting. Actually, it was supposed to be today, but now that we are supposed to do it tomorrow because of this meeting, we'll be able to respond to all that. We'll make sure that everybody, not even if maybe we cannot attend everybody because now we are many, but we'll try our best to make sure that at least we solve as many issues as we can. We'll have that 3-hour session. I think after that three hours, we'll be able to answer all the questions.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Peter, I want to ask something. Can I ask a question?
Hello, Ndate. Hello,
Yes,
Ndate.
yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, Ndate. How are you?
Ask your question.
Oh, Ndate Litebele. Ke utlwile ka go taba le special meeting ho sasa wa batho ba di-account tsa bona di sena mabitso a felletseng. Jele ne ke kopa go botsa nako na e tla ba nako mang hobane ke e mong wa batho bao mabitso a batho ba ka ba sete a sa fellang ka dashboarding.
We'll have a meeting tomorrow at 7. We'll try to make it, in the afternoon, just because we are at a time when maybe people are, at their places. So it will start from 7, maybe 8 to 9. Then I think we'll be done.
Thank you, Ndate.
Thank you very much.
Hello,
Can I ask a question?
Hello, Lukai.
Can I have clarity on something, Peter? I want to ask, is Weownomy doing payment tomorrow? Because tomorrow is the 18th and it has been going on the groups that the 18th of tomorrow, 18th July, will get payment. Is it true?
Yeah.
Is it 18th of tomorrow or 18th of August only?
August.
18th of August, not the 18th of tomorrow.
No, there's no. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hello,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Be ke botsisha gore for bana re shumisha same email address and then same email le Bitcoin address or bank details for bana.
On the Bitcoin address, you can use, or even on the banking details, you can use yours, but the email, you'll need to create them. They are emails because the system, the way it is, it doesn't allow two people who can use the same email. If you do that, then only one of you will be able to log in. The other one will not be able to log in. I think the questions that are coming in now, they are more on our tomorrow's agenda. I'm not sure if. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, it's Masito from Lesotho that day. I have only one question about the 18th of August. After selling of shares, at what price are we going to buy? Because I think a lot of us will be having money to buy more for family and friends. So I was only asking at what price are we going to buy after the 18th?
Yeah, after the 18th, for the people who will be coming in as the new shareholders, that one was still fixed at they will still be allowed to buy at the entry value of 10 cents or so. But those who are already in, now that we have the free shares and all that, you will not be allowed to buy them at the same price of 1,000 or 10,000. But for other people, if you buy for your child, maybe for your relative or somebody else, they will still buy at the same price. But the 10 cents option will be available for the new people, not those who are already in, who have already benefited on the. Yeah, I think that is how we have been responding to that. Can I again? Okay. Can I have another question? I think that I have answered your question. Thank you very much. Can I have another question?
I want to ask on the issue of registering an email with two people. How will that be more easy rectifiable? Can I change the email, or because I registered my email, I registered myself and my kid, but I just forgot to use different emails. What will happen? Because now I can only be able to log in my account and not on my daughter's account.
That is the problem, which I said. The system, the way it is, it doesn't allow two people to use the same email address. So we will be able to resolve that. If you can log that issue, we'll be able to resolve it. Unfortunately, you cannot update it yourself on your on your side. But I think what we can do maybe is to I know we will consider this with our team to make sure that you can be able to update that email yourself, because the one that you update on the personal details, it doesn't affect the one that you log in. So
I think it's the login because
yeah,
it's
no,
a login email that
I think we will make it in such a way that you can be able to update it yourself, because for now it is still done by the IT. So I think it is something that you should be able to update yourself. So we will make an update on the system to allow that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hello.
Relatively
said.
Yes,
Kevin Sende.
Yes, Vincent. Yes, how are you?
Era. Santa from the previous era routine. My complaint is right over. Freestyle the way they want. So many of us to be unmuted. As a procedure going forward, everybody must be muted and everybody must raise their hands so that you can control what is going on. So that's my request. The second issue I'm an AEX Class B shareholder. But my problem is I cannot recruit anyone because in my AEX dashboard, I cannot any downliners.
So the company here, I think, has disadvantaged me. And I don't feel I have the same rights as those people who are in Weownomy Class B dashboard.
Okay, that on the issue of recruiting people and the referral program, I think we did mention that it is only available with the Weownomy and not the AEX. So in the case where you are the AEX shareholder, you registered on AEX, and then you also would like to have people who you refer to the system. We advise that you register on the Weownomy platform just for the purpose of being able to track your your network, the downliners on and all that. But your main account will be with the AEX, and then you just come into the Weownomy just to be able to track your the people whom you refer to the system. So I think in that way, many people have done it that way. You can open a Class C account, and then on that Class C account, everybody who register under you just give them your email. You'll be able to track all those people there. But you know that everything that is pertaining to your shares, you can be able to access it on the AEX website. But we cannot include the referral program on AEX because it is not applicable there.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Can I have another question? Maybe at past, I think we will close our meeting and then reserve the questions and comments that I think they are now more on the problems that people are facing, which I think tomorrow we'll be ready to work on them. Can I please have another question?
Dada.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Dada. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Dada Letebele. I have
How are you?
just 2 questions.
Hello.
Fine, sir. How are you? Maybe before I ask my 2 questions, I'd like to say thank you so much for the beautiful job that you are doing. We really appreciate. I'm Kosi calling from Eswatini. My first question is that with the 10,000 people that we can recruit as a minimum number for the Class D shareholders, is there a time frame or is just open forever? And then question number 2 is that with the Class D shareholders, can I register today as a Class D shareholder and then maybe next month I change and register the same person as a Class C shareholder, for example? Thank you, sir.
On the first question where you said on the issue of reaching the 10,000 people, whether it is continuous thing or there's a deadline, I think it was explained that our target with the free shares is to reach the target number of 3 million users by November before we launch our system. So it was mentioned that at the time when we hit the 3 million, then we will actually have to stop the Class D shares because we will actually have arrived at our target. On the other question of somebody who can register as a Class D now, and then later maybe when they have a way to invest and then they can upgrade, it will be easy to convert them from the Class D to Class C or Class B. It's something that is already there in the system. It's similar to when somebody in Class C is upgrading to Class B. You don't have to register again. What you do is just to upload. You just maybe log the ticket or maybe bring that to the attention of to the attention of the IT team, and then they can be able to assist.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes,
I want to find out. I'm Patrick from Centurion, Pretoria.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, I want to find out who can help me in terms of checking my class C shares to be updated, because there's a payment that I did which is not yet showing on the class C shares, and they are not yet updated. So there's one payment actually out of the 4 payments that I did which is not showing. So who can help in terms of that?
Yeah, I did say, the questions like this one, we have solved so many of them. We have updated so many, payments that people did to upgrade their accounts and all that. So, like I said, we'll have this session tomorrow, whereby we'll be able to attend them on spot. I think the questions that are coming in now, they are actually for tomorrow's session. So please, let's.
Last question. Hello.
Yes, let me take just the last question and then we.
Hello.
Yes, how are you?
Fine. How are you? My name is Josephine Peterson from Namibia.
Yes, ma'am.
I have an issue. I register my 8 people on the 28th of June on Class B, but until now, it's only 2 of them that are showing with their Class B shareholder, but 6 of them, until now, they are not showing. I have sent a ticket many times, and until now, it's not attended. You know, sometimes when people give you money, like 10,000, and they log in their back office, and they still showing that they pay 1,000 while they give you a 10,000, they may think you will take the money while it's not like that. And I have the proof of payment.
Okay. Please just compile the names and those proof of payments, and tomorrow please let's connect again. We'll be able to resolve all of that.
Okay.
I'm
and
just
the last
trying
question?
to derive a strategy where maybe we can have there's somebody who suggested that we split the meetings, but we'll try to find a better way whereby we can be able to ask to attend to the questions that people will be coming up with. So tomorrow we'll be able to solve that. I'm aware that we have so many tickets that have not been attended.
Okay. Okay, and the last question, it's I register my people on the 28th of June, all of them in the same day, 50 of them. And then I wanted now to know before the closing date of the 30 people, I just like to ask, do I qualify for those people that are having 30 or not? Because I registered them on the same day on the 28th of June, all of them 50.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, after I think there was an issue of the grace period that was provided, that people, even if maybe you were at 28 or maybe the 29, there was still a room that if you close the 30 target, you can still send your list to the email that was provided, and then then you'll also be included in the get the contract and all that. So I think your case is similar to that. You'll be able to reconsider that, I think.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Bye.
Let me stop maybe taking the questions from now, but I can see that the questions that are coming in, they are from they are all the problems that people are facing with the system. What I can also make as an announcement is I'm reading through the comments here, and there's a lot of work in terms of the sites, the websites that we are working on. So there might be some minor errors here and there. I was aware that during the course of the day today, the news section was giving problems, and there are those minor issues here and there, but we are trying our best. Our developers are working really hard to make sure that we include all the necessary details. Now, on the issue of the Bitcoin wallets, the system will be updated again to include that section. At first, we talked about the PayPal. So on that banking details, when you go into your dashboard, you go to personal details, you go to profile and then details. Under the banking details section, we will remove that PayPal there and then include whereby you can be able to provide your, the Bitcoin wallet or address on that. So it's an ongoing process. We actually working on quite a lot of work. The IT team is actually working very hard. So sometimes when they take longer to respond to some of the questions, please let's try to be, to bear with them. I understand sometimes when people have given you money and they don't see some things happening, and they might sometimes suspect that maybe you have used their money somehow. But please, let's try. We'll try our best to make sure that we do attend to all the questions. But there's a lot of work that is going on from on the behind the scenes that the IT team is actually doing. So that is why I have about 7 people who are actually working on the help desk, but you'll find that in a day we receive over 500 to 600 tickets and people repeating that. So even if we can have maybe 20 people, it will still be too much, but we'll try our best. And let me take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you who became part of this today's meeting. I will share the link to tomorrow's meeting immediately after this one, whereby then we'll be able to have my team on standby to work on all the issues. So make sure that if you have the list of people that you want to be assisted with, please prepare the list. Don't just maybe come issues one by one. If you give us your list, then it should be the list that I can assign one of my IT team to work on. So also, I think I can also create a dedicated email for the people who are saying, if you are a networker and you have the list, not people who will be coming up with just a single issue. I want people who can say, I have my downliners and here are their issues. I will share the email where you can send those lists, and then so that tomorrow when we go into the meeting, some of those issues that you send there, some of them I think they will already be attended to. So I think we'll try. I can see people are saying we should increase the number of people in the help desk. We are doing that. We are recruiting more people. It's just that they cannot just in a day or two be able to attend to the questions, but we are having more people coming in. I have received a number of CVs from some of the shareholders, and I think we will consider some of them and train them to be able to assist. Maybe we can have 10 people or so then, or maybe even 15. I think that will be enough, because now I can anticipate when now we have maybe 500,000 people or 1 million people, then that will be too much. So the system should be ready by then to accommodate those increased numbers. So thank you very much, everyone. It is really an honor that you come up in our meetings, and then also trusting us with Weownomy. It is a very big project, which we are happy that you are actually part of it. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, CEO. Thank you, CEO, for everything.
Good night, everyone, and thank you very much for the participation. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank
I
you.
hope you are hearing me.
Thanks.
Hope you are hearing me.
CEO.
Problem of accessing the email. What we have to access the document. There appears to be a problem here. Hello, hello.